pickings as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any pick game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be?
Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play pick games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Life can get busy with work and taking care of family. Sometimes we put off college or continuing education because it's too far away, too expensive, or just not the right time. But now it's your time, right here, close to home. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College reduces the barriers that prevent you from going to a traditional college and offers a new 2-year college option in Northern PA. Associate degrees in workforce development training provide new possibilities through evening classes. With many classroom locations and community partnerships, the education is brought to you. NPRC. Affordable, accessible. This could change everything.
Interstate Mitsubishi has been ranked #1 in sales satisfaction in the U.S. for 2 years in a row. Customers are our priority. No one can do this. Right now, you can own a 2019 second passenger Outlander for only $20,988. That's only $269 a month. That's right, own it for only $269 a month. And you're covered with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Interstate is the place to go. Mitsubishi's the car to buy. We make it easy, only at Interstate Mitsubishi. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Offer excludes tax, title, and deal fees.
Erie's home for sports. CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and
are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration. Award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Fuel up to the menus and craft brew selections. You honor me dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott. Child's life is easier than you think. If you enjoy catching a movie, playing video games, or shooting hoops, then the Big Brothers Big Sisters Memory Club
for you. This is the Jim Rome Show on CBS Sports.
Welcome to the jungle. The program is brought to you.
Welcome back inside the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. Aaron Cooney here, joined this time by Erie Otters goaltender Aiden Campbell. And Aiden, I think the first time around I talked to you was early in the season, but here we are, 15 games left in the OHL year. How comfortable do you feel in the Ontario Hockey League?
Definitely a lot more comfortable than when I came in rookie camp, so I'm loving it so far and really enjoying the team, and everybody's been fantastic, so I can't wait for next year.
And even looking at this season, the team's fighting for the playoff spot. And we've seen you in the last couple of starts. I mean, back-to-back starts just a couple of weeks ago, and it looks like you're even settling in the game-wise. What has been the biggest adjustment for you here to the OHL?
At all? But
probably the biggest adjustment is staying calm during the games, and especially before the game, I just got to remember that all I'm stopping is a puck. It's just rubber. So I mean, go out there, do my job, help the team win, and do what I'm here to do.
Every time I watch you play, your movements, everything just seems so fluid and so calm. I mean, you're saying that you're working on staying calm, but it looks like everything you do is very calm. Is that just you naturally when you get on the ice that kind of just disappears and you just do what you've been doing for the last your entire life?
1-800-636.
Yeah, it's definitely my style of play, but during the game it's kind of hard for me to stay calm too, with the jumbotron and all the fans and everything. But I mean, it's definitely a new environment that I'm open to, and I love it. I love the sport, so.
Has it been easy or nice, I guess, to say, to have your goaltending coach and have Shane Clifford, someone you've worked with for the last couple of years, also with the team and helping you guide you through this process?
Yeah, Cliffy's been awesome. I mean, he's been there almost every step of the way, and even when he's not here, I can call him whenever I want and whenever I need to, and he always puts a smile on my face. He's just a great guy to have.
Since the
Good
commissioner did
afternoon,
not do
ladies
it.
and gentlemen, and welcome inside the Paramount Fine Food Center, where today the Ontario Hockey League presents the Erie Otters visiting the Mississauga Steelheads. Logan, everybody, I'm Aaron Cooney. Welcome you into the broadcast.
And he's got more in mind.
Shortened Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show for you here today, but let's get you to the important information here this evening. Final meetup between the Otters and the Steelheads this season, and each one of them has gone to at least overtime with 2 shootouts as well. Erie going with Aiden Campbell here tonight. 9-6, 1-4 this season, 3.65 goals against average and an .873 save percentage for the 17-year-old from Cranberry Township.
I think that's the one thing that
Kai Edmonds gets the net, like it seems like he always does for the Mississauga Steelheads. He's appeared in all but 6 games for the Steelheads.
At a guy.
The 19-year-old, a record of 23, 19, 3 and 1, 2 shutouts, 3.16 goals against average, and 898 save percentage.
What they did was wrong. But throwing a baseball
for the Erie Otters, you can scratch number 14, Hayden Fowler, number 15, Christian Cairo, number 25, Marcus Giller, number 27, Matthew McDougall, and number 89, Brett Brissett. Our UPFC injury report, well, a new body on there with Hayden Fowler out with an upper body injury here tonight. Matthew McDougall day-to-day with an upper body injury. Marcus Giller out for the season with the hip injury as we get underway from Mississauga. And we swept into the Erie zone down the near side. Grabbed behind the net by Erie's Campbell on for Duff. And here comes Drysdale with the handle to center ice. Now Max Golod left wing side into Mississauga ice. Here's Yetman trying to bounce one towards the front. That's off his stick. Erie able to chop it back down to the near side corner. Bouncing puck. Golad's going to find Duff. Open left side. Wrist shot in the first save of the hockey game.
I get that.
Belongs
if you're furious about their response, I get that. If you feel like they're not sorry, they're not
no Hayden Fowler for the Erie Otters, as we just mentioned.
I really do.
As
if you feel like the commissioner did not,
he was just coming back from suspension.
I get that.
Was injured midway through the hockey game Saturday night against Oshawa. Did not finish the third period.
Try to hurt somebody,
and obviously did not play in the shootout. The overtime was unavailable to the Otters at that time. Coming off of that victory, comeback fashion with the Otters erased 3 separate
3-goal
deficits. Shot from the left side after a face-off win by Erie.
You can't say, "Oh, that's just
Brendan Hoffman."
Don't
after the save, moves it around the wall. Jake Golden for the Otters, overage defender.
No matter how badly that situation
puts it down
handled,
the corner.
no matter how
it's grabbed by Hardy and out to center ice. Here come the Mississauga Steelheads.
Handled his.
Pass across the Erie line. Erie's going to steal that one. And on ahead, D'Amato's going to break down left side. He spins down, goes for a backhand try. That's kicked out by Edmonds on the spinning swirl by D'Amato into the zone. Here comes Canady back to Erie ice. His wrist shot snared by Campbell. He has his first stop of the game. And he'll hold on. A minute and 6 seconds off the clock here in a scoreless hockey game from Mississauga, where the Erie Otters have not had a lot of success over the course of the last 3 seasons. The last time they won in this building would have been Game 4 of the OHL Final in 2017. Since then, Erie has gone 0-4-0-1 against the Mississauga Steelheads here at the Paramount Fine Food Center. A bouncing puck here. Isaacson right off the draw is stopped by Gamble. Erie lost in a shootout last time here. They had to use a penalty shot goal in the third period from Hayden Fowler to tie the game up and at least gain a point. That was back in November. They had consecutive games on a Saturday night in Erie, then a Sunday afternoon tilt here in Mississauga. To win. Long time between games between these two clubs as the battle along the near corner continues. Erie's Connor Lockhart shouldered into the near side wall hard, but Erie dances back the other way on the counterattack, and Swankler will feed this one in down deep. Picked up by the Otters' Emmett Sproul. He comes out to the right wing circle. Stick handles towards the middle of the ice. Stick knocked out of his hand, but he hands off to Hunter. A wrist shot, penalty on the way here as the shot is stopped by Edmonds.
A little bit later.
We will have the slashing call
by the head basketball coach at Florida State. He is the winningest
out of
coach
the hands
in Florida
of
State
Emmett
history.
Erie has the game's first power play.
Awards, a 4-time conference
Ty
coach
Collins
of the year.
will come off.
Led Florida State to back-to-back Sweet 16s for the second time in school history. Florida State is 21-4. They're 11-3 in the ACC.
And the first power play to the Erie Otters.
And they're at home against Pitt tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Leonard
will
Hamilton
take the ice.
is back.
Drop back down
Leonard,
the 20th in the league.
How are you?
As Max Golod left side, they give down low. Here's Chad Yetman, bouncing around on the near side circle.
You're coming off a win over Syracuse.
Kicked away, Washburn trying to clear. Erie can tie this one up. Body on top of the puck along the half wall, and finally brushed ahead by Whitaker down to Erie ice.
Trying to get better. We have basically a new
Otters
team.
will pick it up from behind their net.
That we're trying to incorporate in, and we still learn.
Brought out towards center ice, chipped along right side. Yetman able to get into the zone, rips it off the end boards. Geometry didn't work out, allows Penman looking to clear off the stick of Yetman, picked up by the Steelheads, and once again sent down the length of the ice with a minute and 18 seconds left on the power play.
Yet fully hit on all cylinders.
The Tavern power play on here for Erie. Drysdale trying to skate away from Cole Schwinn.
What's your upside with this group?
As he works onto the right wing side of his own end. Now can feed this out to center ice. Here's Swankler. On for Max Golod, still out here with the power play unit. Gives down to the far side wall, cut off by Harley. Schwinn moving back behind his net. Del Mastro looking to clear. Can do so off the tape of Erie's Max Golod, and on back
play totally
to the Erie zone. 50 seconds left on this power play goal line. Feeds it in right wing side. He's the low man into the zone as he's cut off by Del Mastro. Sopa now follows up. Cole Schwint takes over from the near circle. Wheels behind his net. 40 seconds left on the power play, and he'll dish it back to Erie ice.
Florida State head coach Leonard Hamilton is my guest. At the same time, he did beat Syracuse on Saturday, 70-67.
Again,
and that's a game
don't
where
fish
MJ
back
Walker
behind
missed
their
a chunk of
goaltender.
time because he
try
got
the left
12
wing
stitches
side
in
where
his
it's
lip,
snapped
and then
in
he
by
came back. He
Sproul.
was enormous down the stretch.
22
How
seconds
impressed were
left
you
on the
with his
power play.
toughness and what
Drew
he
Hunter
did for the team
picks
down
this
that
one up,
stretch?
plays it to the point. Nobody home there.
I've never seen anything like this.
And the Otters on back to their own end once again.
You know, when you come out off the bench.
No score here. Early parts of the first period. 8 seconds left on the power play as Emmett Sproul carries back the other way. Now Selleck sets up right side, drops it in down deep. Lockhart tracks it down, puts it out in front for Selleck. That's off the mark.
Absolutely no fear. And
on the left wing side, fired back towards the net once more. And Drew Hunter will backhand it to hold in. With 4 minutes off the clock here, we are scoreless. Back to even strength we go.
And the desire to go out and will your team to victory.
And here come the Steelheads into Erie ice, winding up with a slap shot is Ham.
It says
a shoulder stop made.
Seems to me also, I mean, that's really important. It says a lot about his character, period. But then
by goaltender Campbell, and he holds on for the whistle with 15:45 to play in first period.
The culture that you have built in that program about toughness and sacrificing for each other. How do you find guys, so many guys that are willing to pay that price and be there for each other?
Well, we do have a really good culture. This bunch really cheers for one another. They enjoy hanging out with each other. They really, really care about one another, and we've been void of
fought around the Erie end. On the near side, Cohen can feed it out to center ice. As D'Amato can chip it forward into the offensive zone as Elias Cohen lets one go from long range. It's fought off by goaltender Edmonds. Otters holding at the point. Kishnick trying to drip this one down on the near side. Erie playing with 7 defensemen here tonight. This afternoon, excuse me. As D'Amato takes a shift at center along with Cohen and Sador, his 2 wingers right now. As it's ripped towards the Erie line. Hit off the linesman. Hastings a bit hobbled on the play as Erie can exit their zone. Poke check by Harley on Cohen. Follow up by Kishnick from the red line. Drops it in the right side. 5 minutes off the clock. Here in this first period, no score. Otters and Steelheads, final meeting of the season.
You know, Leonard, one of the topics
as the Otters continue their success against
on the show lately is coaches
the Central
saying
Division.
I've only got a few hours a day with the guys.
Only
So
loss
what's so important is if they're going
in
to spend
regulation
20,
coming
22,
against the North Bay Battalion
23 hours away
back on
from
that trip.
us, it's what they're doing
Back
at
in
that time
Here's
that
Whitaker.
we need to make
In
sure
behind
they're
the Erie
dialed
net
in
to
for
the near
those
side.
2 hours when we
Washburn,
do
sharp
have them.
angle
So
try,
if you're trying
sends
to get
that
rid of all
out
that
of
noise, what's the conversation
the
you have
Erie
with
zone
players?
as it hit off
What
the far
should they
side
listen
corner
to? What are
boards
you
and
telling them to block
elevated
out?
towards neutral ice. Whitaker is going to reset, bring it back into Erie ice. Poke check by Drysdale. Follow-up play here, picked up by Martin, who swings it to the left corner. And Sopa can find it there. He fires this one out ahead to center ice, gets it out on a clear. Callahan chips it right back into Erie ice. Steelheads offside, allows the Otters to touch up. Pick this one and lug it ahead to change on for Mississauga. Drysdale out through center ice. He'll weave into the zone. Snap it off the goaltender Edmonds, who steers that puck out of play. With 14:02 to go first period, we are scoreless
in the situation.
From the Paramount Fine Food Center.
We have some voice, but not really. And we have things that go on that I read about them in the paper. You know, I find out that something's going on, or rules being changed. You know, we are not really focused on sometimes the reality of the situation. You know, all the football coaches get together at one time during the year and they kind of go over what they think is best for their game. But we don't have a meeting.
Fed up the near side wall and on for Hardy.
Basketball coaches
rips it off the Erie bench boards and all the way down. No icing on this play. The Otters thought it was going to be icing call. Canady can pick this one up, swings it towards the front, where it's steered aside by goaltender Campbell. Erie on that rebound. They'll move it ahead. Jake Golden chips this one forward for Brennan Hoffman. Bouncing puck, couldn't settle it down, but he sends it onto the near corner outside the Mississauga zone.
All right,
swung towards the front.
The game took
grabbed by
place
Nicholas
during
Canady.
the All-Star weekend.
He hoists this one to the near corner of the Erie zone.
Came back to campus.
Bounced down
What's
for
that
James
like?
Hardy.
Like, what's it mean to you?
32 goals this year. He paces the Steelheads
do come back
as
and
a
they support the
17-year-old.
current guys.
Turning 18, first year of eligibility for the NHL draft, and a great rookie season as the Otters escaped left side, but not out of. In and out to the blue line where it's held in by defenseman Liam Ham. Schwint battles with Jake Golden. Kicked loose. Schwint back behind the Otters net to the far side corner. And then on for Canady, who swings one towards the near side circle off a stick. Is looking for Hardy. Follow-up play by Duncan Penman, the former Saginaw Spirit. Puts it off another stick, and he'll bounce down to the tape of Canady. Hardy on the goal line now is Schwinn. Right in front of me here on the left wing circle. Schwinn, the man at the point. Penman has a little room. Goes for a skate on the right wing side. Feeds it to the front on a backhander. That goes off a leg wide. Schwinn once more, high atop the zone, wide open right side now. Rich shot shouldered out of play by Campbell. Erie needed that stop as they were running around in their own end. That puck deflects out of play after the save from Campbell.
Stan Jones, Carl Charlton, Young, Steve.
They needed that stop for sure. Schwinn, they were just running the Honors ragged right there with the way Duncan Penman, the smooth skating defenseman, can jump into the play like that. And it took off the Honors defensive coverages. Which eventually led to the open opportunity for Cole Schwinn on the right wing circle. Hunter for the Erie Otters, overage defender. Fires it behind his own net. Sproul can't clear the zone. Evan Sproul right back for Hunter, who's in some trouble here on the near side. Put to the boards by Kruder, and Isaacson takes over from the left circle. Isaacson walks in, lets the shot go off a stick wide. Erie nudges it ahead, and Emmett Sproul this time can carry out to center ice. And he'll flip it onto the near side corner of Mississauga's ice. Isaacson right back out of the zone. Lays it at the Erie blue line. Snapped there by Cameron Morton, digging a stick on that one. And an icing call results on the play by Erie's first-year man, Cameron Morton. 12:01 remains first period. Still looking for our first goal. The Erie Otters, well, they've given up the first goal in each of the last 3 hockey games and have trailed after the first period in each of those as well.
Man, that was one of the highlights of the year for me.
Looking for a better start this evening. Things carried on. We're going to hear from head coach Chris Hartsburg about Saturday's game and how the Otters found their pace after that first period.
Just kind of relive
against Oshawa on home ice just this past Saturday in a 6-5 shootout victory. Also good to see the Otters get a little shootout success.
I can't tell you how
as Erie can clear the zone. Quickly sent right back in. Here's Calvin Martin on the right side. Trying to bounce that one in front. It went off of Drysdale and carried towards the goaltender where it had to be gloved by Campbell, and now a pushing and shoving ruckus here after the whistle. Richard Whitaker mixed up in that. He gave an extra shove to Erie's Chad Yetman after the fact. And Whitaker's going to go to the penalty box.
I'm going to try to
I would imagine if the Otters would even that one up. Jack Duff, I think, is heading off.
Florida State 21
as well.
11
but Kean Sopa came in
number 8 in the AP poll.
To the 8 of the Honors.
Tomorrow night, they're at home against Pitt.
They can't be just taking
8 p.m.
right?
Eastern. He's in front of the
now
program.
Whitaker's heading over.
Leonard Hamilton. Leonard, great to have you back. Thank you so much. Good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
A couple of cross-checking calls on the way, and 4-on-4 hockey coming up
in Florida State.
11:45 to go in the first period. Still looking for our first goal here this evening.
Coach of the Year awards. All right, then we will come back. We've done the interviews today. I have an ATP that I need still yet. Talk some more about the Astros.
The inside Erie ice to the left side of Aiden Campbell. Had to make a good reactionary save
check in with
his
Adam
glove.
Bach.
As that finished the centering pass from Calvin Martin bounced off of the body of Drysdale. In front, a quick redirect.
Not bad. Not that bad, though,
the puck, and Drysdale has the puck now. Takes the bump from Cole Schwinn, and then skates this one towards the circles of his own end. And defers over for Curtis Henry, who snapped the 16-game pointless drought with a goal Saturday night.
We don't want an energy drink.
For that comeback in the third period.
We don't want another bar.
Here's Yetman into
beef.
Offensive ice on for Max Gola, flying on the right side. Yetman bump to the point. Drysdale waits, shake out a defender. It's Harley. Drysdale, who beat Harley out for a 7th defenseman spot with Team Canada at the World Junior Championship.
In quality spices,
Third back down low. Here's Chad Yetman.
That way it's tender
and the Otters on the outskirts of the zone right now along the wall.
It's the family behind it.
To the left point, Henry's going to hold in for Erie. Shouldered hard by Canady. They find Yetman now on in front. Here's Golod with the glorious chance, but sends it over the net.
Business that cares a lot.
Yetman to the point. It's Drysdale. Slap shot on the way. Steered aside.
Satisfies all your cravings.
Henry holds in once more. 1 minute left, 4-on-4. As the Otters again in the offensive zone, continuing pressure. As the puck is knocked off the stick of Golod by the goaltender Edmonds. Picked up by Harley.
If you don't see it,
he hands that one over to Duncan Penman. Now Harley again back behind his own net. Flushed out by Golod.
You're listening to
brought
the
ahead
Jim Rome
48
Show.
In blue. Give right side. Schwinn dropped it off for Harley. Harley poke check.
Hey, I heard you need some work done on your house. Here's somebody I like.
Far side boards. Harley kicks that one loose. Fouled by Drew Hunter. The Otters look to escape the zone. They cannot. Harley holds in nicely on the recovery. He'll head off on the shift change now. The Otters bounce a man off the puck. Drew Hunter back to it. He'll skate this one out to center.
After all, we have info on more pros than just about anybody. Say you heard about a good electrician. We have reviews on them and thousands more. Plus ratings, photos, even special offers. Find exactly what you're looking for at Angie'sList.com.
Headman play for Hardy. David Chance is golden, trying to catch up to him. Does so. Gets the shot away.
According to a
Able to
study,
save.
CVS customers are better than most at something important: staying on prescriptions, which tends to make you healthier. So get a free prescription savings review. Plus, earn up to 50 extra bucks rewards each year for filling. Because of the things you could be better at, staying healthy tops them all. Treat yourself well at CVS. Terms and conditions apply. Not all prescriptions eligible. See our pharmacist or CVS.com/RX savings or /RX rewards.
Feeds it right back to Erie Ice. Cameron Morton will scoop this one up behind his own net with 9:17 to play. Headman play by the Otters, and Selland a step into the zone. Not a good drag to the front here. Selland goes to the goal, tying up as he's knocked down. Got a chance away. Edmonds to save, and a whistle as Liam Ham guilty of holding. Well, the Headman play to Brendan Selland kind of hesitated for a moment before he made his break into the zone. Draws the call on Liam Ham, the overage defender. With 9:10 remaining in the first period, no score. Erie going back to the power play, second time this afternoon.
Grab the new deal on
I think they're waiting for the ice crew to come out and
for just $3.
get the ice. There's the buzzer. That will stop. This is that first whistle after the 10-minute mark.
Really hungry? Well, now you can
9:10 to go here on, well,
in
in the United States, President's Day. Here in Ontario and in Canada, Family Day.
Hi, welcome to Great Clips. How are you today?
With the afternoon crowd filling in to the Paramount Fine Food Center. No score, Otters and Steelheads. First period, 9:10 to go. Real food, real beer, real historic atmosphere. That's what you'll find at the Brewery at Union Station, Erie's original brew pub and restaurant, located downtown at 123 West 14th Street. That's the Brewery, proud sponsor of the Erie Otters.
Download our online check-in app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Hi, this is Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media. But my son found Epic Web Studios and we began working with them. And they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987.
This is Jim Rome with the CBS Sports Minute. The NBA All-Star Game was very good. Not exactly what I expected, though, because when they first announced the new rules and format for the game and the fourth quarter, I'll be honest, I was actually very confused. There was a target number, there was a chasing number, there was an untimed quarter. The league itself could not have done a worse job of explaining the rules initially. And then you had people rushing in with the complaints that it was going to ruin the game. Like, the sanctity of an All-Star Game is something to really cherish and pass down from generation to generation. It worked really well. Guys cared. There were blocked shots. We had guys fighting over screens. Guys denying entry passes. In an All-Star game, are you kidding me? There were regular season games where guys don't fight through picks or deny entry passes, and they were doing it like crazy in the All-Star game. Good luck topping that next year, Indy. Let me again say something that I never thought that I would say. That was a great All-Star game. I'm Jim Rome.
Left on the power play. Drysdale in big trouble. Can make the pass ahead. With speed, goal under Drysdale. Gloves are held by Edmonds. No rebound on the play. Offensive zone draw coming up. It's going to be to the right of Edmonds. Here's all but 6 games for the Mississauga Steelheads. And a chance to appear in 60 of them.
What are you working on today? In search of better fuel economy? No problem. We have the
leads the league in minutes played as a goaltender, 2,775,
and your engine,
the heaviest workload,
which means more money in your pocket and less engine trouble down the road. And next time, you can get what you need even faster. Just order online at AutoZone.com with our free same-day store pickup. Getting your job done just got easier. Restrictions apply.
Hockey with the Mississauga 7. Hunter Sedgwick just wide on the left wing side.
Get clogged with sinus pressure, congestion, and a stuffy nose? The worst. But you get fast relief from Vicks Sinex nasal spray. It works in seconds and lasts for 12 hours. 12 hours. So breathe freely, fast with Vicks Sinex. Use as directed.
Inside their own circles. And then again, 180 feet down the ice on the play from the right circle by Bjork Bickholm. Half a minute on the power play. Erie brings ahead their second chance here tonight.
Wells in the
Leave it for
360
Drew Hunter on the right
says
wing
thanks
side.
to the
Caught into the
ringtone
circles.
during that
Quickly
interview. We
cleared
know
once
that Leonard
more.
Hamilton
Played by
is team
Ethan
iPhone.
Del Mastro. And Erie back to their own end once more.
He made it go
Shot
away. He
7
like
aside for each group. Here's
Romy,
Sproul through center
did
ice.
you say black cherry?
Goal drag gives himself some space. Blasted
No
in by
law.
Brendan Sellon on
When
the
you
right wing
drink the
side.
claw.
Sproul going to let this one carry through to the point for Jake Golden. Golden on the left side.
That's
now
a
Sproul at
blackberry.
faceoff circle. Sets
Not
up
black
Golden.
cherry.
Wasn't in his wheelhouse. Can't get the one-timer
Blackberry
away.
phones.
Drew Hunter will let one go. That's stopped
Hey,
by
Ro,
Edmonds.
those
And
baseball
out of the
players
box comes
have been
Liam Ham.
punished
It's
enough
even
already.
strength once more. Ham
Sandoje
takes the handle
missing out
now
on
as he
a bunch
skates
of
through
golf
center.
because of his trial.
Ham, right wing side. The captain wheels, and that's a shot goal.
Actually,
It's
really
blocked
quickly,
by Hunter at the top of the circle.
Rob Manfred said, look, these
Erie
guys have
pokes it up
already
ahead, but
been
not out. Hardy's
punished.
going to hold in.
They paid a price.
Trying to make a move around Drew
And
Hunter.
I'm not
Just
exactly
rolls off
sure
his
what
stick a
price
bit.
the commissioner
Erie picks this one
is
up.
speaking of. He talks about how
Power play
if you
unit's
look
still
the
on,
way
and the Otters
they
trapped in their own
look
end
and
as
sound,
Hardy
the way
forces
they're
a
carrying
steal.
themselves,
Feeds
man,
one
they've
in
been
front.
through a lot.
Off a deflection.
They've really
Campbell
been
makes a
through a
good
lot.
save.
Just
And the Otters,
listen to
Jake
those
Golden,
players
trying to
when
further
they're
this
asked
one
about
along.
it.
Cohen
I
will find
understand,
center red. Can't get it in deep. Follow-up play by Hoffman. As offside is Cohen right now. Erie now some time to back up towards her own end. Shift change finishes up. Morton now. And on the right circle, here's Jack Duff. Fired ahead off the leg of Harley. And settled by the blue liners of the Steelheads. Headman play right side Collins. And they find Washkirk trying to power his way to the front. Put to the end boards by Cameron Morton.
How is that a mischaracterization?
Erie plays it along the left side
Exactly
circle. Still tight up. Morton and Washkirk.
And why are you trying to
as
sell
Cohen
that? Who do you
bumped
think's gonna
along
buy
for
that? Who do you
Hoffman
think's gonna
as he
believe
rambles
that?
into the zone right side. Hoffman
They've paid
knocked
a
off the puck
price.
by Liam Ham. And Hoffman
Again,
stays
they
battling
denied
away
it
with the puck
initially.
sent to the near
They
circle.
only admitted it when they
where
were
Washkirk
confronted with the evidence
He'll
of
find
it.
Del Mastro, and then he's hammered
there's
by
this case of
Hoffman,
being sorry,
and then
being
jumped as
sorry
Liam Ham
for his
jumps
position.
Hoffman,
Fact of the matter is
protecting
they
the
didn't pay a
first round
price.
pick,
You
Ethan
could
Del
argue that the
Mastro.
manager did. You could argue that the general manager did. The organization had to pay $5 million.
And Hoffman will get back up now
like that.
after he runs
didn't
over
pay a
Ethan
price.
Del Mastro
But
at center ice.
They're going to pay a different price.
Ham in to protect
once
the
they start
first-year
playing real
man.
games. Because there's
12th
gonna be a
overall
lot of
pick in 2019,
heat
but
and a lot of hate and a lot of anger.
I believe Erie's going back to the power play on this
and
one.
People are going to just be waiting for him.
Brendan Hoffman lowers
But
the
even
boom
then-
at center ice as they
even
drop a
then,
little drop pass. That
That's
put
not discipline.
the
or
first round
punishment
pick
from
Del Mastro
Major
right
League
into the
Baseball.
trolley tracks.
And again, if you joined us late,
Where 91
Manfred's
91
argument
train was coming to town.
We had to have an investigation. The
And
investigation
just levels
is not
him with a
work
shoulder.
the players or without the
So
players.
here's the discussion.
The players were not going to participate in the
right after the
investigation
play, I mean,
unless we
with that
promised them that
collision,
nothing
down to
would
the ice
happen
they
to
went.
them. So that's how we did this. And we got our
And Liam Ham
investigation.
just dropped the gloves
and we
and just
were
started
able to
feeding
extract our pound of
the
flesh from the manager
Otters'
and the general
second-year
manager.
forward, Brendan
and we got
Hoffman.
some money from the franchise, but the players, they're fine.
And a
Even though
third
the
chance on
players
the
were
power
ones who
play for the Otters
benefited,
coming
and
up.
the players were the ones who cheated. So Manfred is saying it's a mischaracterization to say that they haven't paid a price. All right, why don't we check in on their peers? Why don't we see how the people they're going up against, how they feel? We know how the Dodgers feel. They're pissed. They feel like they had a championship ripped from them. What about the others? What about some of the other players?
On the draw, back to
that
the
didn't
power
go up
play for the
against them
Erie Otters.
directly?
It's the third
Or
time
didn't have a
on the
championship
Plymouth
taken
Tavern
from them.
power
You wanna
play,
know how
and
bad
they
it is?
have not really
It's so
threatened in this
bad
first period.
that even Mike Trout
About
let
5.5
loose.
to play
You know, Mike-
in the first.
Mike's
No
not
score
about
still,
getting
and the
in matters
Otters
like
at
that.
their own line.
Mike
Here's
Trout never
Drysdale.
says anything
Power play
controversial.
20th in the
Or
league at
anything edgy.
17.2%.
Just a good dude who just wants to play the game.
As
He
the Otters
doesn't
can move
like
this
what
one
he's
ahead
seeing.
towards the line. Again, intercepted by the Mississauga Steelheads. And Drysdale now trying to wind things out through neutral ice. Forced on back by Pruder. They'll find goal on left wing into the zone, and Erie now can set up shop. Drysdale center point. Hands off Chad Yetman. Right back for Drysdale. Doesn't shoot. To Yetman again on the right wing side. The right-hander on in front. Sopa turns, fires. That one stopped by Edmonds. Drysdale at the point. Goal line, left wing dot. Gives down low for Swankler. In the office. Goal line along the left corner now. Trying to go to the point. Pass was tied up. Loose here is backhand try on the clear. Bjorkvik Holm will send it down to Erie Ice. 50 seconds left.
A lot of people jump to that conclusion. But,
on the
sometimes
third
right,
power play try for the Erie Otters this period.
Like
Next unit starting to pop on is Max Golot on those way in. Leaves it for Golden at the point. Now Hunter, right wing circle, holds, fires, glove save, and Edmonds holds on. No rebound. 4:25 left, first period. No score. Otters and Steelheads with 34 seconds left on the Otters' third power play chance
when was the last time you heard an extended
and in this first period.
From Mike Trout? Or a pointed soundbite from Mike Trout. I'm not being critical at all. He's just a really good guy. I've seen Mike Trout like on the field at games, Angel games, and he's so good with the kids. He has time for everybody, plays the game the right ways. Like our generation's Mickey Mantle, only better. But he's not a guy looking for cameras or microphones or a platform to express himself. He's just there to get his work in, be a good teammate, put up numbers, and win games.
Trout will be to the left.
Everybody should be like that.
Kai Edmonds.
But man, I've never heard him like that publicly.
And
he lost respect. For Mike Trout to say we
lost
lost
for 1 minute, something's wrong here. They put 2 minutes back up on the clock on the power play. It should be about half a minute left.
For a lot of people.
Erie's third chance.
As I mentioned,
I think they traded.
When I had the interview with Leonard
got
Hamilton,
the right guy they wanted in there.
The very
serve
end of the Justin Turner soundbite.
Still having a little
I don't
trouble
think any
here.
of the
The draw will
Dodgers
be to
want
the
to win
left
a world
of Kai
championship
Edmonds.
like that. You know, I made the point earlier that
now they got it right. 34
the
seconds
commissioner
left.
could not get the players to
number 34 with a 2-minute
admit
penalty.
anything
So we got this one.
and still have his investigation. So he decided to,
All
all right,
correct
we're going to have a
now.
little talk right here.
Jason Face gets the
and we'll
thumbs
have an
up and we can drop the
investigation,
puck.
but none
Left
of you will be
Edmonds
punished.
with time winding down
So I
the
don't
first
think
period.
any
Still looking for
Dodger
our
wants
first
to
goal of
win
the
a world
game. The Otters
championship
win the
like
draw
that.
back.
They
Lockhart
want a
brushes
chance
it
to
all the
win
way
a
back
world
between the
championship
face-off
on a
men.
level playing field
The
where the
point
other
man,
team didn't
Erie
cheat.
has to set up
And then if they weren't
on
good
a
enough,
breakout from
then
their
you
own
accept
side.
that and the chips fall where they may. I don't think any
Left wing
Dodger
into the zone, the
player
entry for Sproul.
wants that
Coughs
trophy
it up though on the
or,
drop
quote,
pass,
the
and here
medal
comes Washwick,
this
right
way.
wing side into Erie ice.
They don't want to
Cuts
get it
across
after
the
the
zone,
fact
left wing, lets
because
a
the other
shot
guy
go. That
cheated.
Golden can
They don't want
block.
to plan a parade
He
that
puts
way.
down
Nobody's
the
gonna
right
enjoy
leg.
that. They don't want
Erie
that.
back through center by
However,
Brendan Sellon.
I made
Leaves
the
it for
point that
Lockhart
although I
across
don't
the
think Major
line.
League Baseball
They'll
is
feed
going to
Sproul
do
left
that.
side, trying to drag to the middle of the ice.
If they
Feeds it in front
did
here,
do
backhand
that,
Troy, and that
and they
kicked off the
didn't
leg
award
of
the
Edmonds.
trophy to
And then up
anybody.
ahead on the
Say they
attempt to
just
clear
ripped it
Golden
from the
holds it.
Astros,
Now Sproul
but
left
didn't
wing,
give it to the
power plays
Dodgers.
over, fed in front.
Ripped it
Sellon
from the
can't get it
Astros.
on goal.
Then at least the
Here's
fans
Sproul.
and
Drew
opposing
Hunter
players
right
would
side
think
at
that
the point.
something had been done.
Walks and hands off.
They didn't
It's
get
Sproul
away
again.
with it.
Tries the center. Bouncing puck to the front.
Manfred's trying to make
Into the
argument
crease.
that they're not getting away
Edmonds
with
will
anything.
cover
That people will always see
with
that team the way they see that
3:34
team.
to play in the period.
That's not good enough for the fans. The fans won't see it that way, and neither
It's
will the
a
opposition.
scoreless
Mike Trout
first
doesn't sound like
in
he
the
sees it
Otters.
that way.
Scoreless on the
Justin
power
Turner
play
doesn't see it that
as
way.
well. 0 for
Phil
3
Hughes, who doesn't play
through
anymore,
the
doesn't
first
see it that way.
16
A lot
and
of
a
guys don't see
half
it that way.
of the first frame. And now a discussion
In other words, this
at the
notion
Erie
of
bench.
the imaginary asterisk. That's not going to be enough for most people.
The Otters don't have anybody on the ice right now.
You can get in on that topic if you want.
And now they're
Phone lines
putting
are open.
Brendan
You know the
Hoffman
number.
in
I do need to check in with Adam Hawkins.
the penalty
how
box.
this weekend went. Just know I haven't discussed it with him, so it might be kind of a waste of time.
So
or
Hoffman
maybe it
has to
won't be.
serve a.
I need to hear
I'm
from him how
assuming-
he felt when his idol came in DFL.
I don't know
thought it was
how he can get
hilarious.
5 minutes for
And the reason
fighting.
that, I'm not rooting against Tiger.
Just for being a victim.
But because
he
I
will not
bet
be
on
to the
him
Honors
win, and he came in dead freaking last.
disposal.
That
He'll
was pretty
he's gonna
funny.
sit in the box.
It tells you how
Not
much I
sure
know.
the exact call.
Also, the ATP's coming up. If
Nothing's
I can,
online
I've got
yet.
Thoughts on the XFL
As
Week 2.
Liam Am got
Thursday
5 for
Sports Update
fighting
first, though.
the
Here is Rich
instigating
Ackman.
misconduct and the instigator on that play involving
Sports Flash.
And Jim, the Daytona 500 will
Brendan
resume
Hoffman
shortly after being postponed
and Ethan
yesterday.
Del
This
Mastro,
marks
but
the
I don't
second
understand
time
why
in
Hoffman's put in the
62
box
years
when
that
he
it will
was
be finished on a
being
Monday.
sucker punched
the
laying on the
Astros
ice.
sign-stealing scandal continues to draw the ire of players
Pucks
around
out
the
to
league.
center ice.
The Angels
The Otters
Mike Trout
down
reported
right,
the
as of
spring
right now,
training
2
and
forwards.
said
As
punishment
they
wasn't
dress 7
harsh enough
defensemen
for
this
the
evening.
entity. Lost
Yetman
a
will
lot
kick
of
this one
respect
ahead.
for those
Stripped to the
players.
puck at center
The
by
Cleveland
Harley.
Cavaliers have a new
As
coach,
Jack
could have a
Duff
new
will drop
coach
it into the
when they
zone.
return
3
from the
minutes to
All-Star
go
break.
here in the
As
first
ESPN
period. No
reports, they
score.
have talked
Otters
to John
forced to
Beeline
touch up,
about
get
parting
onside.
ways. His
Kennedy
first
feeds this
season
one
as
through
an NBA
center.
coach
Off escape.
has
Schwitt
not
picks up
gone
on the
well.
other side and
Cavaliers
drags to
at
Erie
14
ice.
and 40,
Bumped by
second
Jack
worst
Duff.
record
Penalty coming up
in
to
the
Duff.
league. Baylor
And I
remains the
believe
number
a
one
holding
team
call
in the nation in
on the
West
way.
AP Top 25,
And
followed
now
by Gonzaga
goal line and
and
Kennedy
Kansas
mixed
and
up back
Duke
behind
in
the
fifth
Erie
spot.
net.
Meanwhile, the Jayhawks will host Iowa State tonight.
And this
looking
is
for their
the
13th 18th straight win. They currently
You're going to hear from head coach Chris Hartsburg coming up here during the first intermission. And he's going to talk about how what happens in this building, the way that the Mississauga Steelheads can so easily get the Otters off their game. And you'll see, and it starts with some of this little stuff after the whistle, these extra kind of bumps, and it throws Erie off. But it doesn't help that Erie's been 0 for 3 on the power play, and now they are shorthanded for the first time today.
CBS Sports Radio on the go. Download the radio.com app and favorite CBS Sports Radio today.
This minor penalty. Face off to the right of Campbell.
Erie's home for sports. CBS Sports Radio 96.3.
Erie wins this one back. Brendan Zellen, he'll try to go right up the middle of the ice. He hit one of the Steelheads in front. And Erie's,
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans, America's largest mortgage lender. Let's talk credit card debt for a minute. If you feel you're carrying too much of it, you're not alone. The average household in the U.S. carries over $8,000 in credit card debt. Ready for some good news? With a cash-out refinance from Quicken Loans, you can quickly and easily put some of the equity in your home to good use by paying off a lot of that high-interest credit card debt. A great way to take cash out is with our 30-year fixed-rate mortgage. The rate today on our 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.99%, APR 4.23%. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN to learn how taking cash out with a 30-year fixed mortgage might be the right solution for you. And for a record 10 years in a row, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
For J.D. Power reward information, visit jdpower.com. Rates subject to change. 18% fee to receive this discounted rate. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. License in all 50 states and MLS number 3030.
I'm not a big talker. I am a big doer. But sometimes the only way to solve the problem is to get on the horn and figure it out. So the only people I like talking to, Granger, with knowledgeable product experts, ready with the answers to my toughest questions. Calling Granger's the one conversation I don't mind having, from machining and motor parts to valves and vacuum pumps. When it comes to solving my problems, Granger's got my back. Call, click Granger.com, stop by to see for yourself.
Pass tries to on in front, and Erie sends it over the net.
It's amazing what a simple refresh can do to make a difference in your home. And Lowe's is here to help make it happen. Start by shopping our new wall tile selection with hundreds of mosaics, including modern blacks and blues. Marble mosaics starting at just $7.98. And finish off your project with dual scrub and stain-resistant Valspar Ultra Interior Paint Plus Primer starting at just $24.98 a gallon. Whatever updates you need to make today and every day, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Offers valid through 2/19 US only.
0 for 1 on their first chance. As Schwinn ahead for Hardy.
Hello, I'm Jose Hernandez, and I have been using a wheelchair since my accident in 1995.
My name is Andrea Dalzell, and I've been using a wheelchair since I was 5 years old.
I guess if I had one message for the general public, it would be that I appreciate your help, but please ask first.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that I've actually got everything under control.
I think people get nervous. They don't know how to act, so they pretend I'm not there.
What probably bothers me the most is when waiters talk to my companion and not directly to me.
I think everyone with a disability can relate to that parking spot problem.
We know you're just parking in a disabled spot for a second, but please, don't. We're just looking for the same respect and consideration as everyone else.
The United Spinal Association is dedicated to enhancing the quality of life of people living with spinal cord injuries and disorders. Download our disability etiquette booklet at unitedspinal.org.
1 for 1 on the penalty kill.
Message and data rates may apply. Earning your degree from one of the top business schools in the country might sound impossible to fit into your workload. But what if there were a business degree that advanced your career skills and gave you access to world-renowned faculty, leaders, and mentors all on your schedule? One that opened doors to some of the most influential CEOs, tech companies, law firms, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders. And what if you could earn that degree in as little as 16 months, 100% online? Find out more. Text NET to 79645. Start on the path to earning your MBA or Business Analytics Master's degree online from the W.P. Carey School of Business at Arizona State University today. Learn more about the graduate programs from the top-ranked W.P. Carey School of Business at Arizona State University, offered 100% online. Text NET to 79645. That's NET to 79645.
Attention all authors. Page Publishing is looking for authors. Have you written a book and want to get it published? Page Publishing will get your book into bookstores and for sale online at Amazon, Apple iTunes, and other outlets. They handle all aspects of the process for you. Printing, cover art, publicity, copyright, and editing. 89 now for your free author. For your free author submission kit. Again, 800-501-3689.
Hey, check out this report of our Office 365 email and the threats sitting in users' inboxes.
Wow, how did you get this?
There's a free tool called Barracuda Email Threat Scanner that can quickly and safely scan our Office 365 email for hidden threats like spear phishing and domain fraud.
Really?
Yeah, Barracuda Email Threat Scanner identifies hidden threats and employees most at risk for a cyber attack. Also,
Barracuda.com.
Even more chances to win.
Barracuda,
It's simple.
your journey secured.
Give me a pick 2. Oh, and that's wild.
6 free.
Play pick games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits only Pennsylvania.
What's the difference between good and great? Good tells you why they're better. Great. Every day. At Great Clips, greatness isn't just in our name, it's in everything we do. From our highly skilled stylists to saving your haircut details and clip notes to saving you time with online check-in. Getting your haircut at Great Clips means never having to settle for good enough. It's easy to find a Great Clips location near you. Download our online check-in app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
An Erie landmark since 1953. Nunzi's Place. Generous, great food at reasonable prices. Family. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East.
ATP on a Monday.
To call for reservations.
You asked the question, I answered. It's brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get guaranteed low prices. Excellent customer service at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Flowers, chocolates, dinner, a date, and a gift. It's like a second birthday. How was Janet on February 14th? Easy, high maintenance, somewhere in the middle? What did you guys do over the weekend? Scott in Cincinnati. Card from her boys. Not big on that.
Aaron Cooney here, joined at this time by Erie Otters head coach Chris Hartsburg. And Chris, quite the effort from your group on Saturday night against the Oshawa Generals. I mean, 3 separate 3-goal deficits that you're able to erase and eventually come back and tie it up in the third period and take the game in a shootout, which it was good to see this team with a little shootout success that just hasn't gone their way all year long. But in that game, what was said between this group, you know, between periods, after goals, to stay in this thing and eventually pull out that victory?
I mean, the first period, I thought, you know, we gave them 2 goals just from, you know, kind of sloppy defensive play. And
Look like they're sent from a razor phone.
I mean, we weren't ready to, our energy level wasn't great in the first. You know, then we come out for the second, and we make 2 late plays and ends up in the back of our net. You know, I thought for us, it was just, we had some good momentum. We weren't hard enough in certain areas, and I think what ended up happening is we ended up spending a lot of time in the offensive zone there in the second period, and it gave us some life and some momentum, and it carried over into
football.
The third, and you know, even when we went down 5-2. You know, we scored pretty quickly after to make it a 5-3 game, and then, you know, after that, I thought, you know, our group, the energy level on the bench was positive. Everyone was talking about how we got this, we're good, and, you know, I think that kind of fed through the lineup, and I thought everyone contributed. Everyone, you know, kind of brought their simple game and just skated and competed and made it hard for them to do anything clean, but more importantly, hard for them to get out of their own end.
I know it's just 2 days after it and early to look on at something like this, but with the question being, is that a game that you can look back on here when you're heading into the postseason and showing these guys, or, you know, trying to clinch a playoff spot and trying to move up in the postseason picture, that this is what we're capable of?
Well, I think we've been saying that a lot this year. You know, consistency in those areas has been a
we're used to seeing last. And is bad football better than no football? Take the big head, the flight deck, out of the equation. I know he got over. Speaking of McGloin, he had himself a day, right? Not a good one either. And it says something about the XFL that he was the #1 headline coming out of week 2. In case you missed it, which you probably did. McGloin was 5 for 13 with 32 yards passing, no TDs, and a pick heading into halftime against the DC Defenders. And since this is the XFL, They put a mic in his face before he hit the locker room, and here's what he told ESPN.
Matt, what does this team need to do on offense to get something going here?
We need to change the whole entire game plan at halftime.
What do you need to change about the game plan? What are you frustrated about?
There's just a lot going on right now. It's embarrassing for us here as an offense, so a lot of things we want to fix and correct.
Wow.
If things are not going so well for you, Matt, or for the entire team, what do you need to do going into the locker room? Change the entire game plan.
Change the whole entire game plan at halftime.
Should have ran to the coach. Hey, coach, what do you think we have to change? We got to change the entire quarterback. Best part is ESPN ran those comments right back to the coach, Kevin Gilbride, who said, quote, "We need to go talk to him and figure out what the problem is because he needs to play better." So is there anything more XFL than a literal game of telephone between a head coach and quarterback in the middle of the football game? Apparently there is, because then McGloin came out and threw a pick six on the very next drive, and then he was benched for Marquise Williams. And if that weren't enough, ESPN went back to clipboard McGloin in the middle of the fourth quarter to interview him yet again. And I mean, why the hell not? Not like he has to get ready to play, and you know he's going to have something to say. Here's what he had to say about his benching.
Well, I think we need to make a lot of adjustments, make a lot of changes. This is probably one of the worst games I've ever been a part of, offensively. So it's back to the drawing board, back to square one. I mean, when you win like we did a week ago, it hides a lot of your problems. And when you play a good team like DC today, you can get exposed very quickly like we did.
You say there's some issues going on. What stands out to you right now in terms of how this play calling is going?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on behind closed doors. I think we need to clean that up. Communication especially is one. And it showed today. Just at no point in time that I think we were comfortable out there. At no point in time that I think we were in a position to try to be successful. So I think it was pretty easy to see.
You imagine an NFL quarterback ever saying something like that? So awesome. Not exactly the Patriot way, is it? Hey, whatever the Patriot way is, that's the opposite of the Patriot way. My man's just running people under the bus, pointing the finger at his coaching staff and his teammates and the system and the game plan. And it's awesome. I mean, that's like part football, part reality TV show. A bench quarterback alluding to issues inside the locker room while his team is on the field getting beat 21-0 in the second game of the year. Not a great look for McGloin. But then again, it is the XFL. And the stakes really aren't that high. And if he wasn't popping off and running his team and the coaching staff through the wood chipper, there'd be zero entertainment value in that entire game. Unless you got down and you won. So again, I've got no idea what to make of this other than it's probably not a great sign for that league when the most interesting story coming out of week 2 is a guy who went 8 for 19 with 44 yards, 2 picks, and 2 fiery interviews. I mean, if he didn't do those interviews, there's probably not even a reason to talk about the XFL today. And remember, we are in the dead of February when there's not a whole hell of a lot going on. Like, we're looking for things to talk about. And by the way, looking for anything football related. Then again, the real issue here isn't even McGloin. It's that everybody else playing quarterback in the XFL.
With every vehicle sold and every service completed, experience innovation that excites only at Interstate Nissan. We offer award-winning customer service paired with exceptional offers on your favorite models. Lease a new 2019 Rogue Sport for only $199 a month for 36 months. We make it easy so you have time to enjoy the simple things in life only at Interstate Nissan. Shop interstatenissan.com or in-store just 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Peachtree.
VIN number KW626844, lease selling price $23,701.
As a CEO, I want the best from our employees. In return, they want the best from their company, especially when it comes to their health benefits. That's why we choose UPMC Health Plan. It gives our employees in-network access to the best doctors and hospitals, including the world-class care of UPMC. And the best part? It's affordable for all of us.
For the quality, affordable coverage your company deserves, there's one choice: UPMC Health Plan.
Life can get busy with work and taking care of family. Sometimes we put off college or continuing education because it's too far away, too expensive, or just not the right time. But now it's your time, right here, close to home. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College reduces the barriers that prevent you from going to a traditional college and offers a new 2-year college option in Northern PA. Associate degrees and workforce development training provide new possibilities through evening classes. With many classroom locations and community partnerships, the education is brought to you. NPRC. Affordable, accessible. This could change everything.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. And that means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585.
Are you a displaced worker or do you need skills to find a better job? Tech After Hours is a non-profit adult career training program that offers education and training with classes in the evening at Erie High. The hands-on training in welding, construction, and machining, including CNC, gives you the skills and certifications to make you a desirable candidate for a great job right here in Erie County. Go online and search Tech After Hours or stop by Erie High School any Wednesday at 4:30 for more details on this adult career training program.
I think I've got time for maybe a phone call or so. Adam Hawk.
Is simple. Chemistry. Same with you and your doctor. Enter Doctor Match from Highmark. It matches you with a doctor whose personality and care approach sync with what you're looking for. Bam! Instant chemistry. Find your match today. Visit drmatchquiz.com from Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Doctor Match is intended to help members choose an in-network healthcare provider.
Life can get busy with work and taking care of family. Sometimes we put off college or continuing education because it's too far away, too expensive, or just not the right time. But now it's your time, right here, close to home. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College reduces the barriers that prevent you from going to a traditional college and offers a new 2-year college option in Northern PA. Associate degrees and workforce development training provide new possibilities through evening classes. With many classroom locations and community partnerships, the education is brought to you. NPRC. Affordable, accessible. This could change everything.
Listen to this. Do you hear that? That's the sound of all the people clicking on your website right now. That's right. crickets. Get a website worth clicking about. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987 and turn silence into this.
There's nothing like waking up to a warm, delicious breakfast deal.
Huh?
Get up, sleepyhead. Tim Hortons has breakfast double deals. Grab the new deal on egg and cheese wrap snackers, 2 for just $3.
Nice.
Or say hello to 2 sausage, egg, and cheese English muffins or bagel sandwiches for just $4.
Hello.
Really hungry? Well, now you can get 2 hearty bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits for just $5.
I'm getting my keys.
Wake up to breakfast double deals, now at Tim Hortons. Limited time only at participating restaurants. Single item at regular price on menu. No substitutions.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
That's 1-800-469-0286.
Adopt US Kids presents What?
Another word you...
MVP.
Side. Cole Schwinn, Florida Panthers third round pick, gives to Thomas Harley at the point. Right side, just out of the reach of Hardy. Now lets it go. As he had to pull that one back in. Fought off by Campbell, and the Otters can play this ahead. And look, another 2-on-1 chance. They have enough in the tank. Goal on right side with Sopa. Goal on waits, holds, fires, trying to set up Drysdale. And it's poked away by the reach of Harley. And Harley now ahead for Schwinn. Out of the box steps Hoffman, but the Otters trying to get back, and they poke this one away. Drysdale now, he speeds off all by himself to the offensive zone. Puts it onto his backhand and wheels in back behind the net. Cole Schwinn will take over. Erie's killed off the penalty, and now a penalty coming up to the Otters. Drysdale for slashing. 8:51 remains second period. Drysdale, the stick-on-stick slash right in front of the Erie bench, and back to the penalty kill for the Erie Otters immediately after killing off the second chance. 2-0 Otters lead. 8:51 to go here in the second frame. D'Amato and Sopa, the goals for the Otters. Dean's Dairy and True Moo Milk are the official milk choice of the Erie Otters. That's Dean's Dairy and True Moo Milk. Pick up a gallon today at your local grocer. Face off to the left of Aiden Campbell with 8:51 to play in the second period. Third power play chance of the evening for the Steelheads. The Otters take this face off and just saucer it out ahead. Start with a clear on a play by Brendan Selleck. 2-0 Otters lead. Both goals coming in this second period. D'Amato and Sopa. They work it into the Erie zone, snapped around the boards by Washkirk. Now Schwinn out of the right corner now. He'll hand off to Hardy, center point, as Schwinn makes his beeline over the left side circle. Hardy takes over again from the right circle from Harley. Center all the way through, and that one off a stick of Henry and onto the far side boards. Cole Schwinn once more. Poke check, stripped to the puck by Hoffman. Out to the blue line, but not out. Held in by Harley. Lets one go. That one's blocked. Backhand try by Golden. It's found by Selin, and the Otters skate this one out to center ice. There's Selin left side. Hoffman calling for it. Too much air on the pass. Golden just backhands it in down deep. And there's Brendan Selin. Trying to keep this one away from Harley before he's wrapped up and buried to the ice. Be wedged loose by Martin. Now it's back underneath Brendan Selin, and the whistle sounds. With 7:51 to go in the second. 1:01 left in the Drysdale minor penalty. And a face-off inside Mississauga territory. It'll be to the left of Kai Edmonds. Coming over from the Barrie Colts. The Colts 11th round pick in 2016. And then the draft of Artur Silovs that the Otters saw on Wednesday. Didn't need three goaltenders. Kai Edmonds ended up being the odd man out with the European goaltender coming in for the Barrie Colts. Finds his way here to the Steelheads, who traded away Jacob Ingham to the Kitchener Rangers in the offseason. And what a season Ingham's having for the Kitchener Rangers, who are in a bit of a spot here. They've dropped two straight, and they, after the first period, were trailing to the Hamilton Bulldogs 4-2. We'll check the scoreboard a little bit later on as Erie from behind their own net. They will clear down the ice, and it forces Edmonds out to play it with Emmett Sproul on the hunt. Half a minute left on the power play. 2-0 Otters lead. The Steelheads with the man advantage. Canati stripped to the puck at the line, and Erie can nudge this one forward. Yetman, one lone man into the zone, trying to stick him around Liam Ham. Golfed off his stick. Sproul takes over, and this will wind down the remainder of the power play clock. Henry rips it from his own end all the way down. Played by Edmonds. Change on for Erie. Drysdale hops on the ice. Out ahead for Pruder. Rolls off his stick, and the Otters, Daniel D'Amato, bounced it to the line where Penman knocks it down and settles it for Ham. Right back to Penman in the near side circle. Ham out right side. In towards Erie ice, Portocalis. Stick handles, leaves it towards the circles. That caught the skate of Jake Golden. Follow-up play here, turning is Luca Delbel-Baluz. Tied up by Jake Golden. Delbel-Baluz put to the boards once more. Got a chance now. Wrist shot at stopped by Gamble. The rebound to the far wall. Spike behind the net. Follow-up play by Ty Collins. Trying to work it ahead to the point. Harley, he'll let one go. That skips wide. And off the side of the cage, settled here by Curtis Henry. On for Daniel D'Amato. The Otters trying to escape. There's a long reach of Harley. Will keep that puck inside Erie ice once more. D'Amato for Henry. That's off the mark. Erie tries to shovel it back behind their own net. Now Swankler can push us forward. Erie can get to center ice. And D'Amato wants to make sure this gets in down deep. He'll cut across the zone once more and still has the handle here. Nifty play from Daniel D'Amato. Now feeds it down deep. Oh, off a stanchion out in front. Down to the ice was Austin Swankler. He was knocked down in front by Bjorkvik Holm. A penalty coming up as Edmund smothers the puck. A holding call to Bjorkvik Holm, and Erie's going to the power play now for a fourth try. All Daniel D'Amato did was keep that puck and along the near side. It kicked off the glass right out to the front. And that's where Swankler was buried to the ice on a wrap-up by Bjorkvik Holm for the takedown. And then the puck covered up by Edmonds. Erie's going to the power play here. First chance of the period, but it'll be lifted down the ice after a face-off win by the Steelheads. Campbell to play it. Finds Max Golod near side. 2-0 lead for the Erie Otters. 5.5 to play in the second. Drysdale in some trouble now. He can find Yetman in his own right side. Sails a shot high. Swankler along the corner boards. Moved it along, but it's fouled by Canati and gets enough of this one to feed it out to center ice on the clear. Drysdale wheels back behind his own net. First action in 5 games on Saturday as the Otters turn this one over at their line. Long range try from Ham. And it's fought off by Campbell. And now 3 Otters trying to fish this one out on the far side boards. Yetman turns from a check. Sopa takes over. Now Max Golod charging through center ice. Otters with the power play. Another minute 10 left. Golod sets up Yetman. Just kind of bounced off his stick, and Washkirk takes it away. Drysdale on his horse, but Washkirk with a 3-man break. Washkirk walks in, hands off, and getting a piece of the shot is Campbell on the attempt by Martin. Oh, another big save for Aiden Campbell. And the Otters back behind their net, trying to work this one ahead. Max Golod nearly turns it over, has to take it off his skate. Now feed ahead for Yetman. And here comes Erie now into the zone right side. Sopa at the face-off circle, rips it off the outside of the cage. Catching the iron. To the point for Jake Golden. Loose at the top of the circles. Golod still out here now as Isaacson pokes it to Erie ice. Campbell out to play it to the far side corner. Off the goaltender. Campbell still after it here as they had a forward Isaacson wrapping him up. Can move it along back behind his own net as the Otters a little careless with the puck in this fourth power play chance. As Lockhart carries through center ice. 10 seconds left on the man advantage as he tries to sneak a shot through. It goes wide on that rush and fed to center ice on probably the final clear by Harley. 3 seconds left. Paddle down by Campbell. Out of the box, that's Bjorkvik Holm. As Golden out to center and then on for Connor Lockhart. Denied the puck. Taken away by Harley. Selling at center now. Trying to get it into the zone. Pruder will take it away. It looks like an afternoon tilt right now. 3:30 to play as the Otters at their own line. Drop it up the near side board. Spiked back into Erie ice by Harley. Seems like he hasn't left the ice since those power plays started. Juggled around by Collins. Whacked out of midair by Golden. A loose on the near side wall. Erie just feeds it towards center. Emmett Sproul can't get it deep. Rubbed out of the play by Del Mastro. Here's Ham. He'll speed off through center ice. Finds Collins right side, reaching, reels it in. Winds down, fires it through the goal mouth wide. And this one carries out to center ice. Under 3 to go, second period, 2-0 lead for the Otters from the Paramount Fine Food Center, where they have dropped 5 straight games in this building. Icing call to Mississauga. And all the way back to Steelheads ice for this upcoming face-off. D'Amato and Sopa the goals for Erie. 1 minute and 21 seconds apart. Put the Otters up by 2. Hoffman steps in for this face-off. Pulled back to the circles. Wrist shot from the draw. And D'Amato just sent that one wide. Ham now Pokes it back behind the net. Del Mastro moves it up the far side wall, but not out. Tied up. Hardy, rather. A shot coming from Hoffman from long range is steered aside by Edmonds, and Morton keeps in. Now it's Elias Cohen. He's hit hard and pinned to the boards. Tossed to the ice by Del Mastro. Gets back up, and Cohen has the handle. Elias Cohen staying with it here. Cohen brushes it down low on the goal line for Daniel D'Amato. Furthered ahead by Del Mastro, and then fired down the ice by Ty Collins, which will result in an icing call. With 2:09 left, second period. And a hard shift there for Elias Cohen. Tough battle with Ethan Del Mastro, a couple of first-year men. Del Mastro has the size advantage at 6'3", 192 pounds. Elias Cohen, 5'11", giving up 4 inches and almost 40 pounds. And now a timeout whistled. James Richmond will use his timeout with a gas unit. Erie keeping the puck inside the offensive zone, hemming in the Steelheads for a good bit. And a timeout whistle will allow changes in personnel on top of that. Face-off will be to the left of Kai Edmonds when they get the puck back. Here in this second period, shots are 6-5 in favor of the Erie Otters. And they've been able to get 2 past Kai Edmonds. And what has not been, this has been an interesting second period, and not the best for either group, I would imagine. Erie coming in yesterday. Afternoon starts have been slow to get going for the Otters. Mississauga playing yesterday afternoon and then having to drive back from North Bay. Erie wins his face-off back. Golden just puts it to the near side corner on the hold-in. Bjorkvik home and Sopa battle away. Lifted towards the blue light. Taken over by Canati as he charges down to Erie ice. Stripped of the puck by Golden. Nicely separates him of the puck as the Otters work it ahead. Chipped forward by Sopa, but intercepted by Harley. Follow-up play by Golden. Gives ground as he button hooks towards his own end and finds Curtis Henry, his defensive partner. On ahead for Sopa right side. Then tossed into the zone slothfully by Chad Yetman. Washgert takes over. Bjorkvik home. He'll find Thomas Harley. The wheels ahead. Snaps it along tape to tape for Canati to drop it into Erie ice. Cole Schwinn cuts this one off on the end boards. Feeds it towards the front. Right through the legs. It jacked up as Canati will pick this one up at the left circle. Trying to get a shot away. Save made. And Campbell quickly pounces on the puck for the stop. With a minute 16 left in the second period. 2-0 Otters lead. And the face-off, the draw coming up to the right of Erie's Aiden Campbell, looking for his 10th victory this season. 12th round pick of the Erie Otters in 2018, winning a national championship with the Pittsburgh Penguins elite program last year. As Steelheads win this face-off back, here's Penman, wrist shot off the post and does not go in. That one very close, that leaked through. Lots of traffic in front after the face-off win. And the Otters get a little help from the friend of Aiden Campbell on the play. Hits off the post as it's cleared and sent right back into Erie ice in the final minute. Jack Duff just charges this one ahead. And Duff left wing side through neutral ice. He'll let a shot go. It's fought off by goaltender Edmonds. And then down deep, that puck settles in the corner. Brendan Selland almost intercepted that from Whitaker. Here's Hoffman back at his own end. He was covering for Jack Duff, who takes over now. Bounced off the boards once more. Hoffman, stick handling through center ice, right side, wrist shot, blocker save by Edmonds. D'Amato spins a check, and on the near side corner, battle continues, Hoffman and Ham. Down to the ice goes Liam Ham, and I think they're going to take both of them. Let me see, Hoffman, he's giving the wave over to Liam Ham to come to the penalty box. Tripping call to Hoffman. And the unsportsmanlike for diving to Liam Ham. Oh, the full cell job is, and you can see Brendan Hoffman saying his arm's in the air pleading his case. 26 seconds left. Missed the Oscars by about a week. .26 seconds left. in the second period. 2-0 Otters lead. Second time 4-on-4 here today. Washgrick along the left wall. He'll drop it back for Harley. Has to spin and pick this one up. Washgrick, 15 seconds left, busting out of his own end. Drops it back for Bjorkvik Holm. Headman playing for Harley into the Erie zone left side. Poke check by Drysdale. Chops that one to the corner. Headman by Yetman looking for goal on against Bjorkvik Holm. 3 seconds left in the period. Dusts it off, sets up Drysdale. The shot save made, rebound. It's covered by Edmonds as the buzzer sounds. Oh, great heads-up play by Curtis Henry to jump into the play knowing that, well, there's about 2 seconds left. And he can put a deflection on the Drysdale shot with that redirect, and Edmonds makes the save. And then time expires before the Otters could dig away. Well, we've played 40 minutes. Otters add a pair of goals. They open the scoring at 6:05. Daniel D'Amato from Brendan Sellen and Drew Hunter. D'Amato's 17th of the season puts the Otters up 1-0. Then Kian Sopa from Chad Yetman and Curtis Henry a minute and 21 seconds later has the Otters ahead by a pair. UPMC intermission report comes up after this. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add wild ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play pick games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Interstate Mitsubishi has been ranked #1 in sales satisfaction in the U.S. for 2 years in a row. Customers are our priority, and no one can compare in price. Right now, you can own a 2019 7-passenger Outlander for only $20,988. That's only $269 a month. That's right, own it for only $269 a month. And you're covered with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Interstate is the place to go. Mitsubishi's the car to buy. We make it easy, only at Interstate Mitsubishi.
Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Offer excludes tax, title, and dealer fees.
As a CEO, I want the best from our employees. In return, they want the best from their company, especially when it comes to their health benefits. That's why we choose UPMC Health Plan. It gives our employees in-network access to the best doctors and hospitals, including the world-class care of UPMC. And the best part? It's affordable for all of us.
For the quality, affordable coverage your company deserves, there's one choice: UPMC Health Plan.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. And that means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585.
What are some of your favorite childhood memories? Going on camping trips, riding bikes, being part of a sports team. Many of the abused and neglected children in Erie County aren't able to do these normal childhood activities because of the cost associated with them. SOS for Kids was created to level the playing field by providing funds to get children involved in school and community activities and to purchase items to enhance self-esteem. If you would like to help, contact us on Facebook at SOS4KIDZ. Thank you.
For 14 minutes, Wichita State, Kentucky.
Hello everyone, I'm Terry Doyle. Thanks for joining us on this week's edition of OHL News, presented by Bauer.
Coming up on the show, we'll talk to a veteran goaltender in the OHL Western Conference who sees his team on quite a run of late and looking to make some noise down the final stretch of the regular season and into the playoffs. He has an OHL championship ring from last season. That in a moment. First, this week's OHL On the Run Player of the Week is forward Evgeny Oksentuk of the Flint Firebirds. He picked up 8 points with 2 goals and 6 assists and was +3 in 3 games last week. The 18-year-old, who hails from Belarus, second in Flint scoring coming into this week's play with 62 points in 46 games. He attended the Arizona Coyotes rookie camp last September. Meantime, Anthony Popovich joined the Flint Firebirds this season after backstopping the Guelph Storm to last year's OHL championship. Now the overage netminder hoping to continue things in terms of a long playoff run with the Firebirds. Coming into this weekend's action, the Firebirds were on a 10-game winning streak, and I talked to Popovich about what has been going well for the Firebirds of late. Well, Anthony, the Flint Firebirds have gone on a nice little run over the last while. Fill people in who haven't had a chance to see you guys play. What's been going well for the Firebirds over the last stretch of hockey here?
Well, I think we finally just got our full lineup together. There was a stretch over the Christmas break in the second half there. We were playing with 9 and 5, and I think now that we have a full lineup, I think our team is finally gelling, and the new guys we brought in at the deadline are feeling comfortable now, and everything's just clicking.
I've got to think as a goaltender, you kind of have that, be able a chance to take that 30,000-foot view of everything. And did you find that once it was actually 12 forwards, 6 defensemen, everything just seemed to go a lot more smoothly on the ice?
Yeah, we seem to just know what we're doing more and follow the game plan a lot easier. And guys are just getting extra rest. I guess I could tell when we had a short lineup that guys are getting pretty gassed out there, and I think just everyone's ready to go. Everybody knows their role now on our team, and things are going our way right now.
For you, coming over from Guelph after the championship run last year, what was it like joining a new club?
It was a bit weird at first, but now it feels like I've been here for a few years. It feels really normal with all the billets and all the new boys on the team, and we got a good group of guys, and I'm glad I ended up here in Flint.
Did you feel as you were coming into Flint, you saw the second half of last year and the way into this year, that you were jumping onto the Flint Firebirds during a real growth spurt?
Yeah, I knew once I kind of looked at the lineup and just from playing them last year that they're kind of similar to the start of our year last year in Guelph, just with the how we have a lot of 19-year-olds on our team this year, and a lot of guys that have just been waiting for this year, kind of for this team to be what it is now, and that it's all finally developing, and it's really good to see that it's going in the right direction.
For a lot of guys on this team, it's going to be in a month and a half from now, it's going to be the first time in the playoffs. What sort of messaging can you bring across, considering you went 4 rounds of playoffs and into the Memorial Cup last year?
I think it's just a grind. Like you got to take it one game at a time, and doesn't matter if you get blown out one game. It's still just going to be a loss in the series. So you just got to have a short memory, I think, was the biggest thing for me last year, and just believing. We were in some tough spots last year, and just keeping our room positive and believing that we could come back and do it, I think, was the biggest thing for me and our group last year.
And do you find that's kind of the way you've probably molded yourself just as a goalie? You know what? You give up one, you can't worry about that one. It's gone. You got to move on to the next one.
Yeah, I've been I was on some weaker teams when I was starting the OHL, so now not a lot really bothers me when things aren't going my way, just because I've dealt with it before, and I kind of know what to prepare for and what can possibly happen out there. So you just try and move on when things aren't going your way, and bounce back and just try and make the next save and be ready for your team.
How have you grown as a player, especially off the ice, in your time in the OHL now here into season 4?
I think I've gotten a lot more mature. Like when I was younger, I wouldn't really take the blame for things. I think now I've learned like when I know things that are my fault, and take responsibility more now these days. And I think I know how to prepare. I know what it takes to be successful now, and just from playing with a lot of high class players these past few years, I think they've shown me too what it takes to play at the next level, and just try and show that to the younger guys now that I'm an older guy.
Over your time in the OHL, and especially the last year and a half or so in Guelph, your parents were famous for getting on the road and seeing pretty much every game you played in. How is How are the road trips for them this year?
They're still good. They still haven't missed a game this year. It's a lot fun to drive for them this year, but I got a lot of family up in Windsor, and so my parents, it's nice for them to stay up there once in a while, and they're both retired, so I don't think they mind all the driving, because I don't think they'd be doing much just if I wasn't playing hockey, so I think it's good for them.
It's got to be nice to have those familiar faces in the crowd.
Yeah, it's always nice. I can pick them out where they're sitting, and I used to kind of not want to think about, like, oh yeah, my parents are at the game, but now it's a nice feeling seeing them in the crowd and wearing their Flint gear, and just supporting the boys. I think even the boys appreciate it too, just that they're making a trip to every game and supporting us and helping us going around.
Speaking of Flint gear, before we let you go, are you liking the all orange gear this year?
Yeah, I think being in Guelph, the pads were hard to kind of match that crimson color. So now that I'm in Flint, I've always wanted to get a pretty crazy pads growing up in Belleville, watching the goalies get all yellow pads and stuff like that. So when I saw I could get a nice cool setup this year, I just wanted to, and also since it was my last year, I just wanted to go all out kind of. So all orange was my first idea, just because the goalies haven't really done that year. They'll look, I think they look really well with the dark blues, even not bad with the white. We got Tropics night on Saturday here, and they look really good with the teal.
That was Flint Firebirds goaltender Anthony Popovich. Taking a look at this week's Kia CHL Top 10 rankings, the Ottawa 67s remain the #1 team in the country. Other OHL representation, the Kitchener Rangers at 8, London Knights at 9, and Saginaw Spirit with an honorable mention. If you're looking to get your fill of what's going on around the Ontario Hockey League, be sure to visit the league's official website, ontariohockeyleague.com. There you'll see stories, highlights, features, and much more, including what happens inside the ice as referees are mic'd up during a game. All that and more at ontariohockeyleague.com. That's going to do it for our show this week. You've been listening to OHL News presented by Bauer. I'm Terry Doyle. Thanks for joining us.
More coming up on the UPMC Intermission Report. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Erie. Catch the Erie Otters in every big game, every goal, every hit, and all the action at the Erie Insurance Arena. The Otters host the North Bay Battalion Saturday, February 29th for the annual Boots and Badges charity game presented by Plyler Entry Systems.
Erie's
Family
home for
Sunday
sports.
Fun Day on
CBS
March 1st,
Sports
where the
Radio
Otters host the
96.3
Bloody
and
Night. Fans can purchase a 4-pack of tickets for $34 and stay for the free post-game skate with the team. Don't miss the NHL Stars of tomorrow today at the Erie Insurance Arena box office, online at Otters.com, or by calling 814-452-4857.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard. Toast or avocado toast.
Ooh, 4 or 5 inch heels.
But with Pick Games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, draw twice daily. Pickings as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any Pick game for even more chances to win. Simple.
Maybe, give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. Feeling pretty lucky.
Play Pick Games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older.
It's time
Please
to ask the pros here.
Benefits older
Chance to ask us
Pennsylvania.
anything you want. Brought to you by
As a
O'Reilly
CEO,
Auto
I
Parts.
want the
Just
best
tweet
from
us
our employees.
a little later
In
on
return,
at
they want the
CBS
best
Sports
from their
Radio
company,
and use the hashtag.
especially when it comes
Why
we choose UPMC Health Plan.
Answer.
It gives our employees
NBA
in-network
All-Star Game,
access
Rob
to the
Manfred,
best
Mike
doctors and
Trout speaking out,
hospitals, including the
Turner
world-class
speaking
care of
out, the
UPMC.
Dodgers, all
And the
sorts
best
of
part?
possibilities.
It's
Think
affordable
O'Reilly Auto
for all of
Parts. All
us.
your car care needs.
For the
guaranteed low
quality,
prices and
affordable
excellent
coverage
customer
your
service
company
at
deserves.
O'Reilly at a price
Plan.
day. By the way, cool new lighting vibe in the studio.
Looks good.
It looks great.
Feels good.
Our eyes are not getting seared anymore. I mean, it's probably too late to damage.
Yeah,
but-
you're right.
Reading glasses. Me too. Actually, this week
We also are getting
Simple things in life. In your 40s, you start to get that for sure. But then all we do is read and watch stuff.
And now everything is all illuminated screens as opposed to paper and everything else, which is obviously more on your eyes.
Dude, I'm used to it.
Yeah, no, I gotta have the light. I can use my
This is Jim.
Welcome back here inside the Paramount Fine Food Center. I'm Aaron Cooney. We're through 40 minutes of play from this one. Afternoon tilt, Otters and Steelheads. Erie Otters lead 2-0 after 40 minutes of play. As we sit inside the UPMC intermission report, recap this one for you. The Erie Otters opening the scoring at 6:05. Some hard work as Brendan Sellen behind the net sends this one in front, or it's whacked in by Daniel D'Amato for his 17th of the year. Minute and 21 seconds later, at 7:26, it's a rush into the offensive zone. Yetman going to set up. Kian Sopa drags the middle and wires this one home. 2-0 lead for the Erie Otters through 40 minutes of play. Real quick, take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by the Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You ought to be staying with the best. Guelph leads Sault Ste. Marie 2-1. Hamilton leads Kitchener 6-3. Other Western Conference games, London and Ottawa still tied at 1. Owen Sound and Oshawa tied at 2. Flint 10-4 lead of the Sarnia Sting. Third period's next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
So we're planning home improvements or defensive coordinators either.
Yep.
Wow. In or out, not sending your top coaches to the combine is a mistake.
I'm going to say out of bounds, BT, because I feel like these coaches are getting the information that they really want
Picking
from
one
film
thing
study
over the other
and from
can
the
be
personal
hard.
interactions
Toast
that
or
happen
avocado
when they
toast.
do
Ooh,
visits. Like you have your target of
five
4 or 5 guys,
But with
you're going to
big games from
invite
the Pennsylvania
them to
Lottery,
personal
drawn twice
visits.
daily. Picking
This is from personal. So massive,
That's right.
you tend to miss the particulars. And so the pro days are becoming more important. I'm going to say out of bounds. in this
Wow. I'm going to say inbounds here. Listen, not to suggest that like the Senior Bowl, that backdrop isn't more informative and more advantageous
As a
than,
CEO,
say,
I want
the
the
scouting
best from our
combine,
employees.
which is a meat
In
market.
return,
Listen,
they want the best.
comes
to their health
That's what it's all
benefits.
about.
That's
they
why
poke
we
you,
choose
they prod you like a
UPMC
lamb
Health
rat.
Plan.
And
It
you know,
gives
you
our
get drafted,
employees
you get
in-network
drafted. But
access to
to
the
me,
best doctors
even
and
if
hospitals,
you gather,
including the world-class care of
1%
UPMC.
more
And the best part,
information than you
it's
would have
affordable
accrued by not
for all of
going.
us.
They're
There's
doing
one
it, just not the
choice.
coaches.
You
It's
can't
a waste of the
see
coach's
health
time,
plans.
right?
What else is the coach going to be doing? What else is the coach going to be doing?
Developing new systems. I don't know. It's a good question. You're right. I mean, go for a day. It's fine. I hear you.
Definitely go. I don't think it's a cause. Teams yet. You're all staying at the same hotels. I mean, I don't get this. I don't. You know what you can deduce with your own eyes, even if it's something subtle. I'm not saying film. Getting to know kids, speaking. There's a million ways to get.
Back to action here for the third period. I'm Aaron Cooney. Welcome inside the Paramount Fine Food Center. 4-on-4, we're skating to start the second period. 2-0 Otters lead through 40 minutes of play. Bjorkvik home, right down the middle of the ice. Lets a shot go. Gobbled up by Campbell. No rebound. Minute and 4 seconds here left in the 4-on-4 period. Seconds in to start this final frame of play. Otters are 16-2 when leading after the second period. Mississauga 2-18 when trailing after 2 periods. As the Steelheads control after this face-off. Penman on the left side. Tied up by Austin Swankler. Shovels it ahead, and Sopa one-on-one against Harley. He'll button hook and make his way back towards the Erie line. Give a little bit of ground now, and Golden will take over the handle. Almost a minute off the clock here in this final period of play. Golden wheels on in right side. Walks in now. Lets a shot go. It's patted aside by Edmonds. Erie can't hold in. Foot race back to Erie ice. It's Hardy chasing after it as Campbell swings it towards the end boards. Grabbed by Swankler now. Feeds this one over for Curtis Henry. Out ahead through center ice. Henry bounces off a check. Walks in. 2-on-1 now on for Sopa. Whistles this one over the net with the goaltender down and out. Oh, a chance to extend the lead to 3. And Sopa couldn't put it into the empty net. Still loose inside Mississauga territory. Now Washkirk and Swankler pushing and shoving. And ahead comes Del Mastro with the handle back to Erie ice. It's 5-on-5 now as Hunter wraps a man up. Penalty coming to the Erie Otters. Hunter's going to go for holding as we just went back to 5-on-5. It's now Erie shorthanded for a 4th time today. Drew Hunter, the holding call. He'll try to plead his case, but that one free hand all over the Steelheads defender, holding at the point. Power play takes the ice, 4th time for Mississauga. Face off will be to the left of Aiden Campbell. It was stopped 15 through the first 40 minutes of this hockey game. Fed to Harley at the point, holds in off the boards. Walks down the left wing circle, wheels down towards the goal line, tries to feed in front, intercepted by Erie, and sent the length of the ice. I gotta think that's the first time Erie didn't win the opening draw on a penalty kill here today. Out to center ice, Cole Schwint, shouldered by Selin. Down to the ice goes Selin as Schwint shrugs off the check at 6'3", 186. They'll find Whitaker down the left wing side. Tied up, pile up here in the near corner of the Otters zone. Down to the ice goes Cameron Morton. Hoffman up the boards but not out. Ham will hold in. Schwint left wing circle. Carries down to the goal line. He'll find Ham at the left point. Lets this one go. Sent aside on the save by Campbell. Loose to the near corner. Morton battles away with Schwint. Fed around the wall and it's out to center ice. Intended for Harley at the right point. Martin, a little too much steam on the pass. Erie gets a free pass on that clear. A minute left on the power play. Voskert tries the left side. Spiked away by Golden on the rush to the Erie line. A reset. Off a stick. Sent in deep. Henry, first man to it. Rolling puck. Gets underneath it and sends it off the near side boards. Out to center where it's scooped up by the Otters. Chad Yetman. Right side. Fired in front. Sticked aside by Edmonds and a rush out ahead for the Steelheads to Erie ice. It's Cole Schwint. Drops it off Washkirk. Now Harley fires one. That's blocked by Yetman as the Otters recover. Had a couple men trapped inside the offensive zone. And now Yetman reaching ahead. That's the play by Emmett Sproul. 20 seconds left. On the kill. Canady. Watched by Drysdale. Wheels down to the corner. Lets it drop off for Washkirk. Lets a shot go to be stopped by Campbell on the one-timer from the left wall. 11 seconds left on the kill with Hunter in the box. 16:31 to play, 3rd period, 2-0 lead for the Erie Otters. Looking to win back-to-back games. They got the day off yesterday. With no action for the Otters, Mississauga had to travel and play in North Bay, then come back as Bjorkvik Holm lets a shot go. Fed through the goal mouth on the rebound by Canady, and Erie just whips it out to center ice on a clear. As the time expires on the penalty, Hunter heads off as Isaacson sends it to Erie ice near side. Tapped along by Drysdale. Isaacson cut that one off as Golod takes a shoulder from Canady, brushes it ahead. Del Mastro sets up Bjorkvik Holm. His shot looking for a redirect, off the mark. As it's poked ahead and out to center ice by Erie's Kian Sopa. Erie holds in the neutral zone. They have to wait, get on side as Cohen run over at neutral ice. Turned aside by Canady, who pushes this one forward to Erie ice. Now Pruder on in front for Isaacson shot. It's kicked aside by Campbell. Drysdale sidesteps Canady onto the far side corner where Pruder drops it back behind the Erie net. Jack Duff up ahead for Sopa. Angles off the boards and carries to center ice. As the Steelheads reset, fired into the Erie zone by Pruder to the left side. Martin to the point. Del Mastro numbers coming in after the shift change here for Mississauga. Erie's had this group out for a good bit. As we close in the first 5 minutes off the clock of this third period, Erie a steal, and they'll bring it to center ice. Golod denied the line nicely by Penman. Here come the Steelheads back to Erie ice. Changes of the defenders as Henry heads after it. Plays it along for Brendan Selin. Selin just backhands this to center ice. Now Golod can make his way off, and the shift change finalized for the Erie Otters of their 3 forwards. Ramped into the Erie zone off a stick. Slowed by Campbell. Henry will take over for the Erie Otters. Up by 2. 5 minutes and 15 seconds off the clock in the third. Hoffman down the right wing side into the offensive zone. Charges towards the goal line. In front here. Selin denied in front. As Kai Edmonds kicks aside the shot. Cleared to center ice. As the Otters just flip it back forward. As Callahan knocks this one down. Plays it along for Penman. Martin at center ice. Washkrick pokes it into the Erie zone. Schwint 1-on-2. Tries to make a move, and Curtis Henry will take the puck away from him, but it's found once more by Schwint as he dishes to the point for Harley. Harley lost the handle. Backhanded out towards neutral ice. D'Amato trying to further this one, and a high stick on the puck is whistled. For the stop in action with 14:07 left. 2-0 lead for the Erie Otters here. Time winding down in regulation play. I mentioned the Otters a day off, and it's just odd that the Otters, when they have a day off between games, the record is just not there for them. Just one win in situations where Erie has 1 day of rest. 1-5-1-0 in situations with a day off between games. As Canady can't get around the Otters. Jack Duff bumped off the puck. Drysdale skips it out towards center ice. Here's Harley back at his own end. Ahead for Isaacson. Drifted into the Erie zone. Campbell slows it. Morton chases to the far side where he's planted by Canady. Morton still after it. Knocked down off the ice. Gets back to the puck. Shovels it back behind his net as Cameron Morton feeds Drew Hunter. Hunter back to the far corner on the pass. Intended for Morton. Golfed ahead but not out. Bjorkvik Holm holds in. Drew Hunter will try the near side. A chance for Lockhart looking to clear. He tries to golf this one ahead. Never made it out of the zone. But Erie can now pass this one and they'll escape up off the stick of Emmett Sproul. Otters find Drew Hunter left side at the point. Walks in. As he activates from his defensive position. It's blocked on that dish. Isaacson sends it ahead. Harley makes an extra man on the rush to Erie ice. Right side for Collins. He's shouldered by Morton. Puck loose there. The Otters flip it ahead. This will escape the zone. 7 minutes off the clock as the Steelheads reset. Ham calls for it. Gets it. Room left side. In for Collins. Walks to the slot. Wrist shot. Save made. Campbell. Rebound. Grabbed by Martin. He just blew a tire. And the Otters skate ahead. An odd man rush 3-on-2. Drysdale leads it. Drysdale feeds Soap, a man in front. Golod can't get it to him. It's off his skate. Del Mastro takes over. Jack Duff out at center ice. Prods one along. Now it's Yetman. Then Golod left side trying to go back in front. Pass denied. Soap a follow-up play. Has it high slot. Right wall. Drysdale flicks one towards the net. That's steered aside back behind the goal by the goaltender Kai Edmonds. Losing a stick was Jack Duff. But he does hold that puck in deep as Golod reaching for it, one hand on the stick. And it's Liam Ham sending it back to Erie ice. Not enough for icing as this curls and will slow right behind the Erie near circle. Scooped up by the goal line by Drysdale and Duff. Sopa right side into the offensive zone. Another attack for the Otters. Backhand try, save and rebound in front. And it's guided away by Washkrick. Erie back out in front looking for Sopa crashing the net. Can't get the puck on net. And it's carried out ahead to center ice. And on by Schwint. Now Washkrick with a man in front and Hardy trying to feed the puck in front. Denied on the pass by Drysdale. Washkrick carries up high. Fires it towards the front. Sticked aside by goaltender Campbell. Check coming from Schwint. Down he goes as Jack Duff just shrugs off the body of Schwint. Puck cleared by Erie. Lifted down deep from center red by Erie's Chad Yetman. 8.5 off the clock from the third period. 2-0 Otters lead. Sent back to Erie ice. Campbell will play this one on for Jake Golden. Now it's popped onto the stick of Hoffman. Tried to further for Henry. Erie has to give ground as that pass went off his skates. They'll loft it out ahead to center ice. Gloved down by the Steelheads and again settled by the Otters. Golden on the right side. At the blue line. Steered in by D'Amato. Hoffman chasing down to the corner. Callahan for the Steelheads. Feeds this one ahead. Coughed up. Erie has it. Here's Hoffman. Waits. Walks the slot. Fires a shot. Stopped by Edmonds. Back in front and ricochets in. Well, Brendan Hoffman lets the shot go from the circle. Fought off by Edmonds. It hits off the end glass. Bounces to the front. And as Edmonds tracks back to his net, he accidentally bounces it off his backside and in. Brendan Hoffman with goals in 2 straight games, and Erie leads 3-0. That one all hit off the post also. Get another look at it. The initial save made by Kai Edmonds. It grazes off the top of the crossbar, the end glass, and deflects back towards the front off the back of Kai Edmonds. And that's just a tough bounce. And Erie takes a 3-0 lead, but it all comes off with a turnover by the Steelheads in their own end. Brendan Sellen gets the assist. He's the one that took the puck away. 3-0 lead for the Otters. And how about Brendan Sellen here today? Pair of assists. He's been in on the forecheck. He's forced turnovers. And again, that third line for the Erie Otters, effective once again. It's been a hard battle here today. Brendan Sellen, 5'9", $166. He's had to play some big boy hockey here today against some of the trees of the Mississauga Steelheads. Trying to get one back. Shot coming from the right side. Bjorkvik home blocked by Swankville. Got it back. Throws it towards the front. Where's the biscuit? It's underneath Campbell, and the whistle will sound as he gets the benefit from our official, Jason Feist. Well, Swankler, the initial block out at the right point, and it came right onto the tape of Bjorkvik home, who tried to feed that one towards the front. That one looked like it just got stuck in the skate or the pad of Aiden Campbell, and enough to get a whistle. 10-10 remains, third period. Face-off coming up to the left of the Erie goaltender. Change of groups on both sides. Here's Curtis Henry. Feeds it up the far boards. Golod, little stick lift, and he marches ahead through center ice. Ducks a check, hands off the Yetman, 2-on-1 the other way. Yetman shoots, and it's the reach of Harley sending the shot out of play. With 9:59 to go, third period. Brendan Hoffman extends the lead to 3, his 12th of the season. That matches last year's goal total. And the Otters in the driver's seat late in the third. Otters fans, keep your clothes in top shape with Chido's Dry Cleaners, complete with an easy, accessible drive-through and free pickup and drop-off. Chido's Cleaners is second to none. That's Chido's Dry Cleaners, the official dry cleaning service provider of the Erie Otters. Looking around the league, some good news for Erie if this one can stay as is. Guelph Storm lead the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds 2-1. Erie with a 3-point lead on the Sioux Greyhounds for the final playoff spot in the Western Conference, that 8 seed. Erie trying to track down Owen Sound and Guelph, who are ahead of them. But boy, for the Erie Otters, you got 2 games coming up next weekend. Saturday and Sunday against the Owen Sound attack. That's pretty much make or break for any movement you'll make in the Western Conference if you're looking at it that way. That'll leave Erie with just a handful of games left. As it's brushed on in by Soper to the far corner. So get back to action in the third period. 3-0 Otters lead. Pruder on ahead down the right wing side to the Erie corner. There goes Calvin Martin. Drops it off behind the net, picked off by Max Golod. And then Sopa ahead through center ice. His dish is found by Yetman. Then Golod, speed, walks in, wrist shot. That goes off the end boards, poked through, and Erie puts it in! Oh, Kai Edmonds, another one off the end boards, just kind of fell asleep. And Chad Yetman pokes it home after the shot from Max Golod hits off the end boards. Erie takes a 4-0 lead. He just couldn't track that one down. The shot from Max Golod at the left side deflected wide. Kicks off the end boards, and that's going to do it on the evening for Kai Edmonds. He'll be replaced by Joe Ranger after really just two funny bounces. The one for Hoffman that led to his 12th of the year, matching his career high. That went off the end glass, deflected back in front off the backside of Edmonds and in. And then here it's Chad Yetman, the beneficiary of a lucky bounce, pokes it in. And Yetman has his 33rd of the season, and Max Golod to end his two-game drought with an assist. Oh, well, that's not right. It should read, when they go and take a review at it, Yetman from Golod and Sopa. As the Otters work ahead, I'm sure get a review on that as the Otters send it down the other way. Bounced off the near side boards. Here's Hardy. Left wing side, trying to drive it into Erie ice. Taken away by Erie's Brendan Selin. He'll further long for Daniel D'Amato. Charging down the left wing circle. Wheels behind the net here. Tries to feed it out in front. Just couldn't direct it towards the front of the cage. That's now guarded by Joe Ranger. Rush back behind the net. Bjorkvik Holm sends it on for his D partner, Thomas Harley. And out on ahead through center ice. Cole Schwint, shouldered by Duff. Down to the ice he goes. Follow play, Canady. Wrist shot, gloved by Campbell. And he holds on. Slashing call whistled during that play. And the Otters will be shorthanded once again this evening. And it's Brendan Hoffman heading back to the penalty box. Fifth power play chance here for the Steelheads. We had on the play, I mean, they gave the assist to Daniel D'Amato. It wasn't even on the ice on that last play. And Scott Grieve, Erie's assistant general manager, assistant director of hockey operations, is Yetman is going to pick off a pass as we start off this PK. Erie skating shorthanded as Yetman back in one towards the goaltender, saved by Ranger, sent back towards the front by Sproul, and Erie just drops it on to center ice. Henry will pick this one up from Jake Golden. Golden on the right side now, finds a lane, and it's 200 feet down the length of the ice. There's the assist change, as I had right off the bat. Yetman from Golod and Sopa. Neutral zone play and an offside whistle with 1:09 left on the PK. 7:19 to go in the third period. 4-0 lead for the Erie Otters. And boy, have they enjoyed playing the Eastern Conference. 14-5-0-4 against the East this year for the Erie Otters. We talked about earlier against the Central Division, which the Steelheads belong to. 8-1-0-4 this year, the Otters. They have two more games against Central Division opponents. They'll play the North Bay Battalion on home ice, and one more stop at the Meridian Center to take on the Ice Dogs. The Otters have won 4 of the 5 meetings already this year in that one. North Bay, of course, they have got one regulation loss that they've handed the Erie Otters up in North Bay. 4-3 final on that one. As Erie clears from center, Harley finds Bjorkvik Holm down the left wing side. He'll skip it to Erie ice as he's knocked down on the play. Jack Duff finds the biscuit behind the net, and he'll drill it 200 feet and off the end boards to be settled by goaltender Joe Ranger. Just his 10th game, 10th appearance this season. Harley back to Erie ice. Chopped away here. Oh, look out. Erie forces a turnover. 2-on-0 rush. It's Brendan Selin back on for D'Amato. Just couldn't catch up to it. And it's taken away by Cole Schwinn on the back check. 10 seconds left in the kill. Here's Canady right side. Shouldered by Jack Duff. Back onto the stick of Hardy, and this one will be taken away by the Otters. Maybe another odd man break as out steps Hoffman with Selin. Hoffman into the zone right side. Waits, trying to toe drag. It comes to Selin. He shoots. It's kicked out by Ranger. And the Otters, that third line's going to make its way off as this one sent down the length of the ice, and an icing call whistled to the Steelheads. 5:54 to go, third period. 4-0 lead for the Erie Otters. Adding a pair of goals in the third, Brendan Hoffman and Chad Yetman. The final 6 minutes of play. Here from Mississauga. To the right of Joe Ranger will drop the puck. Elias Cohen steps in with Kishnick and Noah Sador. Limited time for the fourth line this evening. As the Erie Otters poke it back behind the net. Here's Brendan Kishnick. Out of the far side corner, Kishnick. 3 assists this season, no goals as he cycles this one down for Elias Cohen. Skipped off his stick and Harley clears the center ice. Fed to Erie's far side circle. There's Curtis Henry. Hands off to Drew Hunter, the overage defender, and then Elias Cohen streaking through center ice. For Sador, left side. Wrist shot. Glove save. Ranger holds on. With 5 minutes and 25 seconds left on the clock here from the Paramount Fine Food Center. Other scores around the OHL, the Hamilton Bulldogs looking to hand the Kitchener Rangers their third straight loss. 6-3 Hamilton over the Kitchener Rangers. Oshawa and Owen Sound are tied at 3. Barrie leads Kingston 1-0. 2-2 Ottawa and London. And the top teams in each conference going at it in that afternoon tilt from Ottawa. Otters back in this one ahead through center ice. Emmett Sproul's pass. Rolls away from Connor Lockhart. Settled by the Steelheads. With 5 minutes to go, they'll play it out left side. Martin. Tied up by Connor Lockhart. Drysdale trying to follow up here. Lockhart from his wallet. Backhands this one out, but not out. Del Bell Blues back the other way. On down the far side corner. Watched by Drysdale. Now Martin. Drysdale will take this puck back behind the net. Gloves it to himself. Martin, no, picks it up. Wheels on. Backhand try. Off the side of the cage and gobbled up by Campbell. With 4:41 left, third period. Face off coming up to the right of Aiden Campbell. He stopped 24 this afternoon. 4-0 lead for the Erie Otters. Face off onto the right side where Yetman wins this one aside, but Portocalis gives to the point. Callahan drifts across the line. Wrist shot. Glove save. Campbell, who holds on. Pushing and shoving at the side of the net, Cameron Morton and Michael Stubbs. Face off in Erie ice. They win the draw back to Callahan at the left point. Charlie Callahan drops it in down deep. Yetman will head after this one. Backhand one ahead for Max Golod. Protects the puck, but coughed it up to Stubbs. Stubbs holds in, fires it to the far corner. Golod swoops on through behind the net. Looking to clean up his mess as he skates it out to center ice. Golod ducks a couple of bodies. Wheels into the zone now, into the offensive zone. Wrist shot! Just getting enough of it as Ranger with the glove. Sent on to the end boards as the Otters put it behind the net. Penman will take this one. Skated ahead, finds Portocalis. His dish on for Del Bell Blues, who's watched by Cameron Morton. Shrugs a check. Del Bell Blues spinning in the far side corner. Planted along the glass now. Whitaker after it as Golden can take this away for Erie. Whitaker and Golden, former teammates with the London Knights. Now on their new teams as Yetman brings this one out to center ice. Sopa hoists it on in from center red as the forwards head off on a change. 3.5 to play here in regulation time for Mississauga. Washkrick back to Erie ice. Fires it across the zone to the far side corner. Liam Ham will hold in. Jammed in deeper for Washkrick. The St. Louis Blues 5th round pick. On the near wall, the battle continues. Erie kicked it loose. That's Selin. Open man on the left side to neutral ice. Drew Hunter just feeds it ahead to the far side corner. From his pass along the near boards, Isaacson looking to clear. It'll bounce off the stick of Daniel D'Amato, who plays it along for Curtis Henry. With 3 minutes to go, the Otters back at their own end. Saucered ahead for Daniel D'Amato. Can reel this one in. D'Amato for Selin on the right wing circle. He jams on the brakes. The only member of this line without a goal today, Brendan Selin. Pair of assists, though, as they look for Selin out in front. Tips it with a high stick. Bounced around. All good as Washkrick takes over. Ducks a check from Brendan Kishnick. And Erie flicks it from center ice on back into Steelheads ice. With 2.5 to play. 4-0 Otters lead. As we're looking at, this may be the first meeting between the two clubs that won't go to overtime. Kishnick, at least on this season, shot from the right side. Deflected out of play by Ethan Del Mastro. And a 4-0 lead for the Otters here, just holding on the final 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Draw to the left of Joe Ranger, who came in to replace Kai Edmonds, who got the raw deal here from the Paramount Fine Food Center on the last 2 goals he allowed. Just some funky bounces to end this one and put the final 2 goals, well, at least these last 2 that the Otters have put in. Sent into the Erie zone. Campbell slows this one down. Drysdale out ahead for Brendan Kishnick. Sets us up for Cohen. Then Sidor clearing the zone. Skates left wing side into the offensive zone. Drops it off for Elias Cohen. Stripped to the puck nicely by Bjorkvik Holm at the far side circle. Played ahead where the Otters fire it back off a man, and an offside whistle results with Cohen and Sidor trapped in the zone. Minute 56 left. Neutral zone face-off. Now the drop from center ice. After the offside whistle, with Erie firing it off their own man. Swankler to take this one. And Del Mastro knocks it loose. Lockhart fighting for it. Got it back. Looking for Swankler. It's intercepted. Played back towards center ice. Porto-Callis. With 1:45 to go. Down the left wing side. Fed to the front. Smothered by Campbell. And just holds on. Not going to chance anything now. Here's Jake Golden after the try. Just jams on the brakes, gives a little ground, loses the handle. Stubbs has it. Wheels to the front, and Golden can clear the zone after he coughed it up in front of his own goaltender. Punched back to Erie ice. Cameron Morton there for Erie. Along the left side corner, plays it off the wall to center. And now Liam Ham can skip this one back towards Erie ice off the stick of Porto-Callis. Spike to the air, slowed by Sproul. Tries to flip this one ahead, can do so. Porto-Callis back on it in the final minute of play with a 4-0 lead for the Erie Otters. Pruder left side into the Erie zone. Drags and fires. Save made. Campbell chopped ahead by the Otters. Won't clear the zone as Ham will fire this one. That'll clear the playing surface. Now Swankler and Ham meet up along the near side wall. 49.8 left on the clock. Ham originally a draft pick of the Niagara Ice Dogs. Neutral zone face-off coming up. Excuse me, into the Erie zone. We'll drop it to the right of goaltender Campbell. Battled for and played to the point. Penman will hold. Penman on in front off his stick. Goes to the goal by Callahan, and a kick save made by Campbell. And in the final 40 seconds left. I know everybody's thinking it. Right side, Isaacson steered aside by Aiden Campbell. Pressure's on in the final half minute. Erie rims it around their own boards. Henry can lift this one ahead with a bounce down the length of the ice. No icing on the play. 24 seconds left. 4-0 Erie. As the Otters back behind the Mississauga net. They force the shoot up the near side wall. Isaacson will bring this one on ahead. Put it over to the far side wall. Callahan back to Erie ice. Puts it into the Erie bench. 10.4 left. Don't you worry, Donnie. 10.4 on the clock. 4-0 Otters lead. Third line will take the ice for Erie as Callahan robbed by Campbell. Final 5 seconds left. The Otters win the draw back. Direct traffic is ahead behind the goal in the wind down the final 2 seconds. Aiden Campbell has his first Ontario Hockey League shutout. He stops 29 on the afternoon tilt, and the Otters win 4-0. He'll mob the goaltender. Campbell's 10th victory of the season is a blanking, and the Otters will move 5 points ahead of the Sioux Greyhounds for the time being. We'll step for a break, get an update on that game as well. 4-0 Otters down the Steelheads We'll be back after this with the Duskus Martin Funeral Home Post Game Show. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Is it too late in the winter to do home projects? Can you do home projects when it's cold and snowy? At Klein Home Solution, the answer is yes. Give your kitchen a beautiful facelift this winter with redesigned cabinets and granite countertops. Get easy financing with no payment for a year. Even bathroom problems can be easily fixed with a new shower, tub, or reglaze, all while it's winter outside. Can you actually get your wet basement dried up in the middle of winter, even with bad weather? Yes! And you still get a lifetime warranty. Klein Home Solutions has been doing business for over 30 years in Erie and as far east as Jamestown, south to Meadville, and west to Ashtabula. Klein knows winter well and can easily work around it. Call 814-456-5605. Klein has even more products and services. See the video at kleinhomesolutions.com. 814-456-5605. kleinhomesolutions.com.
Klein Home Solutions. It's time to call Klein.
Contractor number PA0.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard.
Toast or avocado toast.
Ooh, 4 or 5-inch heels.
But with pick games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, picking's as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any pick game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play pick games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Interstate Mitsubishi has been ranked #1 in sales satisfaction in the U.S. for 2 years in a row. Customers are our priority, and no one can compare in price. Right now, you can own a 2019 7-passenger Outlander for only $20,988. That's only $269 a month. That's right, own it for only $269 a month. And you're covered with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Interstate is the place to go. Mitsubishi's the car to buy. We make it easy, only at Interstate Mitsubishi.
Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Offer excludes tax, title, and dealer fees.
As a CEO, I want the best from our employees. In return, they want the best from their company, especially when it comes to their health benefits. That's why we choose UPMC Health Plan. It gives our employees in-network access to the best doctors and hospitals, including the world-class care of UPMC. And the best part? It's affordable for all of us.
For the quality, affordable coverage your company deserves, there's one choice: UPMC Health Plan.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. That means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585.
What are some of your favorite childhood memories? Going on camping trips, riding bikes, being part of a sports team. Many of the abused and neglected children in Erie County aren't able to do these normal childhood activities because of the cost associated with them. SOS for Kids was created to level the playing field by providing funds to get children involved in school and community activities and to purchase items to enhance self-esteem. If you would like to help, contact us on Facebook at SOS, 4 KIDZ. Thank you.
Fine Food Center, where the Erie Otters have shut out the Mississauga Steelheads 4-0 on the back of Aiden Campbell's 29 saves shutout for his first career OHL shutout. And some of his best coming in that third period. He stops 15 alone in the third period to preserve the victory. Erie had some insurance to go along with it as they down the Steelheads. Season series is a split 2 wins apiece, but this one a big one for Erie. Consecutive wins, and because the Sioux Greyhounds take the Guelph Storm to overtime. Erie still a 2-game margin for the Steelheads to make up in terms of points, but it's a 4-point lead on them. We're looking for a final, and I'll give that to you here. We'll stay on the Duskus Martin Funeral Home post-game show. Until then, Duskus Martin Funeral Home, giving your loved ones dignity as the Erie Otters with the victory here today. 3rd shutout by Otters goaltenders on the season, with Campbell's first, and it's his 10th victory of the season for the rookie goaltender. Let's recap this one for you. And in the first period, a scoreless first period, a bit slow to get going. By the time, when you look at this game as a whole, this looked like a Monday afternoon game. By the way this one played out. It was not pretty, to say the least. And this is when you need a goaltender to step up like that to make the saves you need, because there were a lot of turnovers. There was some sloppy play. But the Otters pull this one out. Head to the second period where we'll open the scoring. Erie a pair of goals in 1 minute and 21 seconds to take a 2-0 lead in the second period. Daniel D'Amato, and this is the third line again. Just hard, simple work, just simple game plan. And sometimes when you have a game like this, it's a bit sloppy. The simpler, the better. Erie did just that. You keep it in deep. Brendan Selland behind the net, takes the hit to make a play as he sends it out to the front of the net. Bang, bang, off the stick and into the back of the net. Daniel D'Amato has his 17th of the season. 1 minute and 21 later, Erie just a rush into the zone, and this is what Kean Sopa's brought in for. We know he has the touch and the finish. Yetman sets him up. Sopa drags to the middle of the ice from the right wing side and just absolutely wires this one home for his 19th of the year. 2-0 lead after 40 minutes. Head to the third. How about some insurance about midway through? Another quick pair of goals for the Erie Otters. This time 1 minute and 33 seconds apart, as Brendan Hoffman and Brendan Selland force a turnover in the zone. Selland taking the puck away off the far side wall. Feeds it in front for Hoffman, who just waits, then shoots. It goes off the shoulder of goaltender Kai Edmonds, deflects off the crossbar, hits off the end glass, pinballs back to the front, off the backside of Kai Edmonds, and into the back of the net. All of that on those ricochets, it leads to the 12th of the year, matching Brendan Hoffman's career high for goals in a season. And Erie leads 3-0. Then at 10:43, as we mentioned, 1 minute 33 seconds later, another rush into the zone. Max Golod fires one that's deflected, hits off the end board, skips back out to the front where Chad Yetman, the pickle stabber, sends it through Kai Edmonds. That'll be the end of the night. A couple weird bounces for Kai Edmonds at the last two that he let in. 4-0 Erie Otters, and it's all Aiden Campbell towards the end of the way. And how about maybe some of his best? He stops a penalty shot in the second period on Florida Panthers' third-round pick, Cole Schwinn. And then at the end of the game, Aiden Campbell has to make some of his best as Charlie Callahan is set up at the right wing circle on a cross zone pass. He lets a one-timer go that's a sliding. Campbell kicks out with his left pad. He, did his part, too, to preserve this shutout, especially late. His first career OHL shutout. Aiden Campbell stops 29 to blank the Steelheads 4-0. Here tonight's Ironworkers local union number 3's Ironman of the game with tonight's 3 stars. Your third star from the Mississauga Steelheads, Cole Schwinn. Second star, Chad Yetman, a pair of assists tonight. And the number 1 star, Aiden Campbell. 29 saves, his 10th victory of the year for the 17-year-old netminder in his first OHL shutout. He had 8 of them last year with the Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. He led that entire league, the entire nation, with 8 shutouts. He's got his first one in the OHL here tonight as the Otters down the Steelheads 4-0. I want to look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by the Sheridan Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You ought to be staying with the best. We're looking at one game that is, at least looking online, it's going to head to a shootout. The Guelph Storm and the Sioux Greyhounds tied at 2, so still one more point up for grabs. The Otters right now 4 points ahead of the Sioux Greyhounds for that final playoff spot. But you'd love that little bit of a cushion. 4 points would be nice. We'll have to check that one online from the bus later on today. But that's going to wrap things up for us as the Otters shut out the Mississauga Steelheads. Your final score, 4-0. 29 stops for rookie goaltender Aiden Campbell, as the Otters have won 2 straight games. And it's also points in 3 straight games for the Erie Otters. A stretch against the Eastern Conference here, these last couple. And they take 5 out of a possible 6. So, solid weekend. 5 out of 8 points on the week for Erie. Day off tomorrow for the boys as they head back home. That's going to wrap things up for us. I want to thank Dan Goner back in studio. Thanks for helping us out, Dan, getting things on air. We had a bit of a mix-up, got it all corrected, and brought you Erie's 4-0 shutout of the Mississauga Steelheads. And Aiden Campbell, your number 1 star with 29 saves. That's going to do it for us. I'm Aaron Cooney saying good night. You've been listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Hockey has returned to the city of Erie. Catch the Erie Otters in every big game, every goal, every hit, and all the action at the Erie Insurance Arena. The Otters host the North Bay Battalion Saturday, February 29th for the annual Boots and Badges charity game presented by Plyler Entry Systems. Then it's Family Sunday Fun Day on March 1st when the Otters host the London Knights at 2 p.m. Fans can purchase a 4-pack of tickets for $44 and stay for the free post-game skate with the team. Don't miss the NHL Stars of Tomorrow today. Get your tickets at the Erie Insurance Arena box office, online at ottershockey.com, or by calling 814-452-4857.
Did you know that 1 in 4 families is affected by addiction? It's a serious disease, and it deserves more attention. Erie County, and our country as a whole, is in the worst opioid epidemic in history, and this widespread plague needs more awareness. Gaudentia Erie is the largest nonprofit provider of drug and alcohol treatment services in Pennsylvania. At Gaudentia Erie, our mission is to help individuals and families affected by drug and alcohol dependency, mental illness, and related conditions achieve a better quality of life and become productive members of society, regardless of their ability to pay. Through a continuum of care, Gaudentia Erie helps our clients with their recovery, guided by a philosophy of mutual concern, personal responsibility, and community awareness. Together, please help us smash the stigma of addiction. There's no shame in reaching out for help, and we're in this fight together. For more information on Gaudentia Erie's programs and services, please call 814-459-4775 or visit our Crossroads facility, which is located at 414 West 5th Street.
Veterans Miracle Center Erie provides veterans assistance with basic life necessities such as clothing, hygiene products, housewares, and more to veterans and active military and their families in Erie, Crawford, Venango, and Warren counties. If you need their support, please visit vmcerie.org to get more information or call 814-796-4200 or stop by 1573 West 39th, right behind Green Garden Bowling Lanes. If you're able to volunteer, they desperately need your help too. Please reach out to Veterans Miracle Center Erie and give back to those who have sacrificed for our freedom.
Hockey has returned to the city of Erie. Catch the Erie Otters in every big game, every goal, every hit, and all the action at the Erie Insurance Arena. The Otters host the North Bay Battalion Saturday, February 29th for the annual Boots and Badges charity game presented by Plyler Entry Systems. Then it's Family Sunday Fun Day on March 1st when the Otters host the London Knights at 2 p.m. Fans can purchase a 4-pack of tickets for $44 and stay for the free post-game skate with the team. Don't miss the NHL Stars of Tomorrow today. Get your tickets at the Erie Insurance Arena box office, online at ottershockey.com, or by calling 814-452-4857.
Picking one thing over the other can be hard.
Toast or avocado toast.
Ooh, 4 or 5-inch heels.
But with pick games from the Pennsylvania Lottery, drawn twice daily, picking's as easy as 2, 3, 4, or 5. Plus, add Wild Ball to any pick game for even more chances to win. It's simple.
Hey, what'll it be? Give me a pick 2, please. Oh, and add Wild Ball. I'm feeling pretty lucky.
Play pick games today from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
As a CEO, I want the best from our employees. In return, they want the best from their company, especially when it comes to their health benefits. That's why we choose UPMC Health Plan. It gives our employees in-network access to the best doctors and hospitals, including the world-class care of UPMC. And the best part? It's affordable for all of us.
For the quality, affordable coverage your company deserves, there's one choice: UPMC Health Plan.
With every vehicle sold and every service completed, experience innovation that excites only at Interstate Nissan. We offer award-winning customer service paired with exceptional offers on your favorite models. Lease a new 2019 Rogue Sport for only $199 a month for 36 months. We make it easy so you have time to enjoy the simple things in life only at Interstate Nissan. Shop interstatenissan.com or in-store just 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Peachtree.
VIN number KW626844, lease selling price $23,701.
Ugh, those nachos were rough on my stomach.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea,
Try Pepto-Bismol Liquid Caps for fast relief and ultra coating.
nausea, heartburn, indigestion.
Pepto-Bismol Liquid Caps. Use as directed.
Hey, this is Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans. Quicken Loans is celebrating our best quarter ever, and now we're celebrating some of the lowest refinancing rates ever. Rates are historically low. You may be able to reduce your rate and save money on your monthly mortgage payment right now. This is your chance. Pay off some credit card debt or put some money towards that new bathroom or kitchen you've always wanted. The rate today on our 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.99%. APR 4.23%. That's right, 3.99%. APR 4.23%. While we can't predict what will happen in the future, we do know that rates have dropped and now is the time to save money on your mortgage. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com to learn how refinancing now may be the right mortgage solution for you. That's 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rates subject to change. Pay 2% fee to receive this discounted rate. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
Your home is important. That's why Geico helps make it easy to save on homeowners insurance. Because home is more than just a place. Home is where you build a giant pillow fort in your living room. And when people ask why you have a pillow fort in your living room, you say it's for your dog. And when they ask, well, what kind? You say, chocolate lab. And weave a web of